Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, they're crowding round on Saturday night. Four old friends in the soft firelight, talking about the Waltons and their mountain life, how they weathered through laughter and strife. It's a trip down memory lane again, living alongside the Waltons again. Coffee's hot and the stories pour. There ain't no sound we can't explore. John-Boy's dreams and Grandpa's charms, Mama's strength and Daddy's strong arms. We know every line and every scene, a simple life like we've never seen. It's a trip down memory lane again, living alongside the Waltons kin. Coffee's hot and the stories pour. There ain't no sound we can't explore. Front porch swing and starry nights, days that fade into candlelights, sharing tales until the morning comes. Those Waltons days like a favorite song. It's a trip down memory lane again, living alongside the Waltons kin. Coffee's hot and the stories pour. There ain't no sound we can't explore.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Waltons review, where tonight we are reviewing Season 4, Episode 3, The Fighter. With me, I got Mikey Season 4. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic, Gorilla. Just trying to enjoy the holiday season.
Well, that's good. And how are you doing, PvP?
I just had a coughing fit, so I had to mute. Other than that, I'm doing great. Productive day. I went to see I was going to see my doctor today, and I get there, and they got a substitute doctor because my doctor's away, I guess, because it's December or whatever. I don't know. So that was fine, but I was kind of hoping to see my regular doctor, but I didn't. But it all worked out. So yeah, decent productive day. Had a lunch with my boss and all the co-workers, and saw a doctor, and can't complain. That's not too bad a day, I guess.
Well, that's good. How are you doing, Jerm?
Well, they haven't declared me dead yet.
Yeah, that's always a positive.
That's definitely a positive, Jerm. And welcome back, by the way.
It depends on what side you're on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, welcome back.
It is a positive overall, I would think.
Oh yeah, you're living and breathing, dude. You're walking around doing stuff. It's all good when you're doing that.
Well, there's always a chance things could get better, right? So stay positive.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we don't have any chats yet.
Uh-oh.
And I deserve a cookie, guys. Because guess what I remembered?
What?
I remembered the poll. I deserve a cookie.
And I already voted in the poll.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Let me vote in it too, man. I don't want to forget.
So I was first, so I'm just gonna brag about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. There we go. I voted in it.
It was an easy one for me.
Oh yeah, no, it was very easy for me. I got to watch some of it on Judy Norton's channel, so yeah, pretty cool.
I ain't giving away any rating early on this early though.
Yeah.
I'll give my rating later on.
Oh yeah, no, I give mine too, but I just want to, at least acknowledge that Gorilla finally did put the poll up.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Wow.
Yeah,
All
so
right, so
cool.
we're gonna start out with our prologue here.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Was growing up during the Great Depression, I often marveled at the road which connected us to the rest of the world, which brought us friends and strangers. The road afforded us our isolation and at the same time provided a link with the rapidly changing cities. Here on Waltons Mountain, there's a Y in the road where a fateful decision was to be made by a new friend, a decision that involved the entire family.
Ah,
Hmm.
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So we go here, everybody can see it, right? Blah blah
Yep.
blah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we get our beautiful decorations there. They're playing with was it Jody or Joni?
Jody Foster.
Jody.
Yeah, and he
That's
was
not
an
Jody
African
Foster.
American. Yeah, he was an African American kid who starred in three of the Bad News Bears films later on as Ahmad.
Did you say
He's
his
in
name
this
was
one.
Jody Foster?
No, that's who he plays in this episode, but his real name is Aaron Blunt.
Okay, I was getting confused
Brin.
because I was thinking
Yeah.
that doesn't look like the Jody Foster I'm familiar with.
Oh no. His name was Aaron Blunt. He was in the original Bad News Bears. Later on, he did Bad News Bears
Oh, oh.
Breaking Training and the Bad News Bears in Japan. So
Well,
in
there you go.
children's supplement. Yeah, so there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. PvP. I'm pretty sure the one you're thinking of inspired the shooting of a president.
You got that right. Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Everybody's just chilling. Jason's strumming on his guitar. They're talking blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And apparently, who was it that gave the jam? Apparently, what the Birdie Bernadette,
Verdi,
Verd,
Virdie. Yeah, that's her name, Verdi.
yeah, Verdi. There
Yeah.
gave him some jam, blah blah blah. Just a nice opening scene here, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Then and you guys do remember there's there's a few episodes back that John went and put a help wanted sign in the window or up at Ed Gotzi's store.
Yeah.
You know, pay. Would you say
Yeah.
we're
Now,
still in? Wait, we're
I'm
still
sorry,
in.
go ahead.
We're still at 35, aren't we?
Right.
Yeah.
Or was season 4?
Yeah,
Yeah,
season
we're still
four. Yeah, season four, episode 3. Yeah.
okay. No, with John Boy. Okay, see, you were 36 to the start for a while.
All right. Well, this is cool. She was on the lady that was Verdi was Lynn Hamilton. You might know her as Donna Harris. She was on the Sanford and Son series from 1972 to 77, and she's had a recurring role as Verdi on the Waltons. She made lots of appearances. So,
Yeah.
and she's still alive. She's 94 years old. Wow.
The
Wow.
only the only scene in Sanford's Son that I know of is the whole Tarzan scene.
Oh,
Everybody knows what you and I'm talking about on that one.
yeah.
Oh, I need my handy dandy calculator here.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Sanford and Son in years. Jeez. I used to
Oh, it's
watch.
been a long time.
I
Yeah.
haven't. It's probably far that I haven't. I probably haven't seen a lot of the episodes because I wasn't like a Sanford and Son fanatic or anything. But I enjoyed it when I watched it. It was pretty well. Red Fox was pretty entertaining. I don't know. The only
Oh,
thing I really remember though is Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. Remember that one?
and then he really did.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Oh, well, there's a man that really lived his art.
Oh, well, yeah, and to the very end, they
Till the
said that he
very end.
said that. Yeah, to the very end. Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was really impressed by Red Fox. And I'll tell you, Freddie Prinze, I feel bad for him because he didn't last long. And then his son, he ended up becoming a blonde-haired, you know, uh, Scooby Doo live action films.
Didn't
You
didn't
know,
didn't, didn't Freddie Prince's son turn out to be a schmuck eventually? Like,
yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. The.
No, no, he turned out to be okay.
Oh, okay.
He just has an odd choice in wives.
I thought he
They,
went
yeah,
totally woke, but I guess maybe I heard wrong.
oh no,
yeah,
they
was
really
weird.
I
played out
still
of that.
think Freddie Prince, though, like, talk about having, like, he's got everything. He's got a hit show. He's probably got making some money. He's got lots of fans. And then what he decided to do? You know what? I'll just end myself. Like, oh, that made sense, Freddie. Wow.
Yeah,
Way to go
wow.
there, bud.
Well, I know what also makes sense.
Drugs make you do odd things.
Yeah.
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 But the pressures of fame and fortune, maybe, I guess, too.
Now, what the heck is that? Is that a Great Dane?
It's a dog. I know it's a dog.
Yeah, but
No,
It's just like an old
damn,
mutt.
that thing is so huge.
so
I've
That's
never
Henry.
not
seen
a
that big
Great
dog like
Dane.
that.
That's not a Great Dane. Great Danes are bigger than that.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just your running mud, kind of like a lab.
Yeah, it's just like
Oh,
a
is it
mutt.
like a Labrador? Oh, okay. Retriever. All right.
It's probably like a Heinz 57 or whatever they call those kind of dogs, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I, I always thought Reckless was a boy.
Well, it ain't in
Rec-
this episode.
Yeah.
yeah,
Reckless is a
no.
boy, a girl, back and forth, depending on what dog they could get that day.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
suppose they didn't want the dog's big old wang hanging out there while it's laying like this.
He'd
uh,
make for a great
Keep
roadblock.
such an eye on me, I'd lay right down alongside him and go off dreaming myself.
Yeah, apparently they're talking about there's dreaming of chasing animals through the forest, but and
Oh, man.
all right,
And no more with old Shep will I roam. But if there's a heaven, I know where she'll go. Old Shep has a wonderful home.
all right. Now that is an actual old song there called "Old Shep."
okay.
Oh, it
Shep
is?
there. It was written by Red Foley and Arthur Williams in 1933. It's actually
Awesome.
about a
Oh,
dog named Foley. They owned it. It's about a dog he owned as a child.
So that would have been a relatively new song back when this episode's set then.
2 years.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Wow.
That's
But you
awesome.
think that Grandpa singing songs would be like old folklores?
Well, maybe
They are old,
Grandpa's pretty
they
hip.
are
I
old
think
folklore.
he keeps up with the times, He probably heard it in the radio somewhere.
Yeah, now the
They
guy
were
the
folklore.
guy that wrote the
They're just
song,
publishing back then. Those songs have been around in some form for decades and decades.
oh, yeah.
It's just they got published in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s.
Yeah. Well, Red Foley he sang right into the 1960s. Uh, he died at a very young age, 58 in 1968 in September. Uh, but he did a soundtrack. Well, he was on the soundtrack of a couple films, Made in Heaven in 1987, The Coal Miner's Daughter in 1980. The song was called Satisfied Mind. One of his songs was in The Polar Express with Tom Hanks called Frosty the Snowman. And then in a movie called 31, he had a song called We Buried Her Beneath the Willows. Oh, interesting. Oh, and he did Goodnight Irene and Made in Heaven. So, yeah, Red Foley. He started his career in Chicago and then he did some country stuff. So,
Well,
yeah, I
that's his
mean,
problem. He's a Chicago night.
yeah, well,
All right.
where
But
we
anyhow,
started.
to show how good of a guard dog Reckless is, doesn't even bark to stop the guy, and the guy.
Easy, girl, easy, easy. Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
girl.
there's
Yeah,
Cleavon Little.
yeah. So the dog doesn't even bite the guy running right up there. And hey,
Yeah.
Scurvy, how's it going?
Oh, hey, Scurvy.
He goes, hey, fruitcakes.
Hey,
How's it
good to
going,
see
Lemon?
you.
Yeah, I just noticed Lemon a minute ago.
Yep.
All right.
All right, big doggy, go attack this man.
Uh, yeah, they tell her she's friendly, no fight, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Help wanted. Hard today. Yeah. Mr. John Walton?
It's me.
James Travis Clark. I saw your notice in the general store.
All right, so he goes by three first names there. So obviously he's gonna go unalive an important person.
Yes.
or have you guys ever noticed that?
Well, I was guessing it was like first name, middle name, and surname.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's his first name, middle name, and surname. But like you look at like John Wilkes Booth,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald, or what's that guy? I think they even did that with Reagan's there. It's always three names.
Hmm.
Yeah. This is and I mentioned this to to Gorilla earlier before you guys came on. Cleavon Little was in the pilot TV movie of the Waltons called The Homecoming. He played the role of Hawthorne Dooley. So this is his second episode from the series that
Okay.
he's appearing in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Help wanted. Hard work. Mr. Gotsey gave me directions. I'm looking for hard work to blow the soot and factory fumes out of my system.
So it just seems off about him right away there. Did you guys not get that?
I didn't think he
Yeah.
was that off. Really, I just thought he seemed to be a guy that he'd come from somewhere and he needed a change of pace, and he needed a simpler bit of life. Get back to a simpler lifestyle for a while, just to clear his head. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that big city life can kind of fuck your mind up sometimes, right? You know.
Can't tell you. I lived in small towns my entire life.
Well, I spent 5 years in Vancouver, even though it was back in the late '80s, early '90s, and it was still it was still hustle and bustle with millions of people back then. So I'm familiar with big town living. Yeah.
Well, the longest I stayed in the city was a week, and that was enough for me.
Actually, back then it was a pretty nice. As far as large cities go, it was a really nice place back then. I mean, you could walk around and do whatever, and nobody ever bothered you. It was a
Yeah.
different world back in those days.
Well, I know back when I was younger, I only met a few people that had three names like that, but they always either had a troubled past or their reputation preceded them because they
Hmm.
had something that happened in their lives. It always seemed to be that way when I heard them say three names, and I'm like, wait a second, you mean you're going to use your middle name too? I never used my middle name.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
kind of weird.
Michael R. Fournier is how I went. That's it. And they said, well, what's the R for? I said, you don't want to know. It's easy to pronounce, but I'd rather not say it. I mean, it's just,
Is it Rupert?
no, it's
Okay.
actually Roderick. It's weird because there's two ways you can spell it. It's Roderick, but in my case, the E is out of it, so it's Rodrick. My mother
Oh,
said it
okay.
was from two of her relatives.
Hmm.
Is how they put that together. So
Oh,
I
okay.
thought that was weird. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So Scurvy here says Mark David Chapman.
Oh, there
Or
you go.
who's
Oh yeah,
that?
that's too soon, man. That's the guy who took out John Lennon. Come on now. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's the guy that assassinated
Wasn't that
John.
wasn't that like 60 years ago?
No, that was in
no,
1980, so it was technically what 44 years ago.
44 years ago and 5 days ago. 44 years and 5 days ago.
Hey, I remember the TV coming on with the news. News bulletin: John Lennon has been shot. John
Uh,
Lennon has died. Yeah, I remember that day. It was not a good
was
day.
was that Brinkley from NBC News or
Oh,
was it
yeah,
Walter
it was
Cronkite?
on all the channels. It was on all the channels. I can't remember what
Okay.
channel. I had some channel on the TV on in the background. I was doing others. I was probably listening to music or something actually, and then they come on with that, and I was like, oh fuck, you fucking loser, fucking killed one of the great songwriters of
Yeah.
my lifetime.
Yeah, no, I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at what Lemon Pie said about me. He he was saying,
Right.
also a man with three names, Mikey Sue's four. Duh, duh, duh.
Anyway,
Right.
we should probably move on because
Well, well, Mikey says it's great to see Scurry here, and John Hickley Jr. was Reagan. Yeah,
Was
exactly.
Reagan.
that was the
Yeah,
guy.
exactly.
Yeah,
And it's
Um,
still technically three names because I know a person whose actual first name is Junior.
yeah.
yeah. There are some people that have Junior as a first
Thank you,
name. Yeah.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Lemon.
Oh boy.
All right, that's
Your pipes don't appear to be too clogged up. Most anybody who run from high God City here be puffing heaving like a broken-winded mule.
My father, Zeb Walton, my son, John-Boy Walton.
I'm sorry.
You know, I that'd be kind of cool to have a name like Zebulon come back. But
That'd be
that's it.
great. But
Yeah, that would be good.
unless they put like a TV show with a big heroic guy called Zebulon and the main character, I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, right?
They do. It's called the Waltons.
No, but people do that, right? They name their kids on the dumbest things. It's like if it's a hit show in the last 5 years or whatever, then all these people with that name will be popping up because their parents love the show or whatever. It's like,
Hey, that's not stupid, Steve. Because I know there's someone. Have you seen the weirdest names that have been came out? Like Kanye West kid named is North. Someone else named their kid Apple. Then there's some of the weird spellings, like the name was Tree, but it's
tree.
spelled weird.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I would not want to go through life being called Tree,
Well,
personally.
there was one name I recall in history. I hope I'm saying his name right, but he was one of those later explorers in the late 1800s that went west. Uh, and I think his name was James, and then his middle name was Zebulon, and the last name was Pike, James Zebulon Pike. I don't know why I remember that name, but like I said, it seems like that was one of those explorers, of the late 1800s that went westward. So,
Yeah, and that's a perfectly fine name. Anyway, we're going to be here until next Christmas, are we not? Watching this thing because we are falling way behind.
I'm so
Well,
sorry. Okay.
we're
Yeah.
actually doing good. We're 4 minutes in.
Yeah, 4 minutes
All
in,
right.
and we've been going for what, 25 minutes now?
Yeah.
We do
Yeah.
that. That's our normal average.
Well, if I fade off and fall asleep, I got up really early this morning for some reason, so
Uh,
I might doze off.
You
well,
run all
I'm
the way
just
from
happy to
Richmond?
see Resolute Germ with us again. I'm glad he's here.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Right smart of it.
No, I was thinking of hiring a local. Drifter's always coming from somewhere and going somewhere else.
John has a good point there.
Mm.
And always if you can hire local, stays local.
Well, the thing is, too, if he hires the local, he knows who the person is, probably, right? Because everybody knows everybody and their dog in Waltons Mountain. But this guy, he's like an unknown quantity. Like he just walks in, and I don't know you. I don't know this guy.
Right.
But he
This is where
says,
I
"Hey,
wanna
give
be.
me a chance, right?" So
John, we
Yeah.
could do with some help.
It's hard work, hauling logs, chopping them to size.
Give it to me.
Let's try it for a day. I'd pay $2.
All right. So I did my calculations with a handy dandy calculator here.
oh boy, here we
Two
go.
dollars for a day's work there. So how many hours do you think you put in?
At least 10.
He's 10. Yeah.
So 10 hours. It comes
I'd
out
say
to
10 for
46.
sure.
So that comes out to in today's money. That $2 is $46.08. So basically, So if he's putting in 10-hour shifts there, he was making $4.60 or 61 cents per hour to do all that hauling and all that. And I would say fuck that.
Well, back though in 1935, wouldn't minimum wage been a pretty good $4 and what did you say 30 something cents? Wouldn't that have been like a pretty decent minimum wage kind of thing?
Maybe in
Not
the
really.
1930s. Yeah, I mean, he offered to stay in the barn, right? Resolute. So,
Yeah, and
yeah.
he didn't ask. I mean, did they feed him? I don't remember if they fed him
Well,
because
they fed him. He said he wanted to be alone in the barn, and they brought his meals out to him. And he
right,
just said that he wanted to
that's
be
right.
there because he was training. He's a fighter. So, yeah.
Well, he didn't tell Pa that at this point.
Not initially, right.
Yeah,
They find out later.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
And
I guess maybe it's a little bit on the low side of pay, but he seems like the kind of guy that just wants to make a few bucks, and he's not being too picky about well how he's going to earn the money, right? At this point.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
And Suzanne Eckstein, hello.
Hey, Suzanne.
hey,
Hey,
Suzanne, how's it going?
how you doing back in Saskatchewan there?
Hey, Suzanne.
And she's saying hello to everybody here.
Hey,
Yeah.
Suzanne.
Hey.
Oh, shoot, I accidentally exited out the YouTube side there.
Uh
Oh.
Oh,
oh.
It's all
Okay.
right.
Clean these logs off
We'll
here.
keep going.
Ever swing an axe before?
Give me one and I'll show you. No, thank you.
yeah, so they said they're telling.
Maybe
No,
I'll go ahead. I'm sorry,
no,
Grandma.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just gonna say that maybe Grandpa's finally happy that they got a worker and he gets to sit down again. He doesn't have to lift the axe or anything.
Yeah, well, he's getting old, so they're trying to expand out help, and I don't know why he just doesn't have Ben come do it.
Right?
No, but yeah. So anyhow, well, yes, he just wants some room and some food, which actually wouldn't be that bad of a deal. And sleeps out in the barn.
Well,
Well,
that's the
that'd
Yeah.
thing.
be
That's the thing too, though. I mean, on top of the $2 a day, which is like what you said, 40 something dollars, he is getting the room and board. So,
no, no,
you know,
no. He refused the money. He refused the money.
Yeah, he didn't want the
Just
money.
watch
He
this.
just he just
For
oh,
the
needed the
barn,
barn. Yeah.
Yeah, watch
wow.
this.
Well, that's really cheap labor then.
Yeah, watch this.
I mean, I know. Okay.
So it's yours if you want it.
I prefer being alone and taking my meals alone if nobody minds.
Man has a right to his privacy.
You enjoy your work for someone who seems to have his mind elsewhere.
I don't know how John-Boy managed to pick that up.
Well,
That's
John
always,
Boy is his usual insightful self. He's picking up. There's some vibe going on with this guy that he's not actually admitting to yet, right?
come on, he's not a seer.
No,
Yeah.
So
but John Boy is like any artist that's worth his salt. He is an observer,
that's probably true. Yeah.
and he's
Yeah,
observing already that this fellow has a history behind him.
yeah. And Suzanne here is saying hi to everybody.
He's
Oh,
there.
yeah. Except Larry's not here tonight, but we'll tell him he said hi.
Oh, for sure.
He has to get ready for a trip. He's taking his wife up to Vegas. It sounds like.
Hey, it's going.
Oh,
We're from Las
yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Larry's going on that road trip this weekend, isn't he? Yeah,
That's
right
right.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, here's the money in his hand. So he just
What do you
puts it
think?
back in his pocket.
Well, he's getting real cheap labor then. Just put him out in the barn and feeding him a little bit of food. Wow, that's not too costly.
Yeah. Not bad.
Hey, oh man, I better not make that joke. Someone's gonna totally misinterpret what I'm saying.
I think I know what you were going to say, Gorilla, and I probably better not say it either.
Yeah, you're about 90 years off on that time frame.
No,
Yeah.
no, I
Right.
was just gonna say it's gonna be a cheap pack mule, but well,
Oh man. Oh.
And you said it anyway. Okay.
And you
uh,
did it anyway.
uh,
Oh man, was like this.
no worries.
Suzanne,
Uh,
Oh, boy.
it's Gorilla, Resolute, Germ, PvP, and myself, Mikey. She just asked who
Yeah,
was missing, and yeah.
yeah.
No, you got everybody. It's just that Larry's not here, so yeah. Oh, there's Captain Boone.
Howdy, howdy. Just woke up.
Oh,
And
Hey,
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 Jim. Hey.
hey, Jim.
Is Mikey have a heart attack with Grandma and Grandpa yet?
No, 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 no.
No,
I'm behaving myself tonight.
now Grandma and Grandpa haven't been in much of the episode tonight so
Okay.
No,
far.
not
no,
really.
no, Mike is behave on that. I started with I had the very terrible joke that I bit my tongue as best I could.
Okay.
Oh God.
Uh,
Hey, Gorilla, take a look in your chat there. I posted what I was thinking of saying, and which is why I didn't say it.
Let's see.
oh,
And hello there, Sif Dan.
well, you're not far
Hey,
off,
Dan.
but the guy he was gonna pay him, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
not like he
anyhow,
was gonna go back with a whip and tell him to go work and do stuff.
Okay, let's not get too crazy here.
yeah,
Okay, I
let's
just
not
went
get.
nuts.
We,
Sorry,
we,
sorry.
we've already poked the ears of the YouTube bots, so
Yeah, the YouTube bots are
Yeah, I
going,
think
hey.
hey, wait a second.
Oh, well, just think, if Bill C-63 gets in, Mikey, we're going to be in real trouble then.
Oh no, yeah.
That's the anti-free speech bill, right?
all right.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
It's scary. I've looked into a bit of it. It's scary.
Very.
all right. So here you got to run along, and he runs right past those guys that are in the wagon. You know, this scene was kind of cool with his footwork here.
It was great.
Oh yeah, with his skipping the rope. Yeah, he did that himself.
quite a beat.
Well, it's amazing. He's so talented.
Yeah.
No, but I was had to inadvertently here notice something here. I wasn't even no in this scene.
On your toes.
What's he doing? What does it look like?
He's jumping rope.
Yeah, you can see that Jason has something on his mind here.
Yeah.
Something mischievous.
I was just thinking, watching this scene, did Cleveland Little actually box? Like, because he's skipping rope like he would have been a boxer, practicing for a fight. Like, it's just amazing how good he is.
Yeah, but you also got to remember this is back when an actor got a role. They actually spent the time learning everything so that they could perform the role pretty good.
Yeah, like he's really convincing as a boxer in training, right? Like, I thought it was fabulous, this scene. It was a really great scene.
He
I
did
even
a lot of. I'm
I,
sorry.
I
Go ahead.
was gonna say, even in my 20s, I couldn't have skipped a freaking rope like that. I would have probably fallen on my face if I tried that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say one of the guy that directed this episode, that played Kinchlow. We all know him, Ivan Dixon.
Ivan Dixon.
And yeah, Ivan Dixon. He directed it, so he knew that Cleavon Little had some tap dancing experience,
Ah,
and so that's why he was able to do a lot of his own little things here because he knew he had that background. So yeah,
yeah. And then Jason gets
Yeah.
in with the musical bit here, which is cool.
Yeah, just like
yeah.
Suzanne said, Mossy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what the Mossy was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
welcome, Sci-Fi Sit Down.
Oh, hey, sci-fi September.
Yeah, it's just Germ. Sorry, hon, I missed you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and she says hello, Jim. So Sci-Fi.
Hello.
Well, Germ is still alive. Alive, I tell you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, he passed away in October 1992. Cleavon did from colon cancer. Damn thing.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, which does suck. Um, but he's classically trained. I mean, he was on Broadway. He earned a scholarship to Juilliard. He moved to New York. He trained at the American Academy of Dramatic Art. Um, he did, yeah. He caught the eye of film producers, and that's why he was opposite Gene Wilder in the Mel Brooks Blazing Saddles, where he played Bart. I remember that. That's so cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was great in that movie, wasn't he? Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Do you
right.
remember that scene? Do you remember that scene, BBP, where he says, "City telegram from Mongo"?
Yeah, but
Uh,
don't we need to get back to the episode? Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
So
just
this is
want to mention.
cool. So he starts strumming a beat to it. Just that look on John Boy's face, like he's thinking. He has thoughts going right through his head.
When does he not have thoughts go through his head?
So yeah, we got that fancy footwork there.
Yeah.
And now notice that they'll do with that Elizabeth wants to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that's all they show. But they should have had Elizabeth in overalls if they're going to do the scene. Just saying.
Oh, right.
So the next thing is for little kids and all that, blah blah blah.
All right.
Then we had.
Well, I best be moving my logs before I lose my job.
That late in the day, and he hasn't started already?
I thought his work day had already started.
Well,
Maybe-
should have. It's break.
No, doesn't John-Boy say a break means something? He was on his break.
Oh, is that what he said?
Just play it.
Yeah,
if
did he
you
say
want,
break?
Gorilla.
Okay, awesome.
Just play it.
Thank you.
Just play the scene here.
Yeah.
Nice fancy pair of shoes you got there. Nice footwork, too. But tell me if I was wrong. Is break the correct word to use? I mean, isn't that what they say when the bell rings?
Oh, he's talking about in the boxing there. They take a break during boxing.
Yeah, but also I think he was skipping on his rest break. Maybe he got 15 minutes off from the mill kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they do have to give you a break every once in a while.
Yeah. But how do you figure out that he's a boxer, not just like some other sport?
Well, John-Boy's putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, right? The fancy shoes, the excellent skipping ability, the way he runs for miles without getting tired. John-Boy's putting all the pieces of the puzzle together.
Yeah, let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that any of the Waltons knew about Joe Louis? Because Joe Louis was around the 30s, wasn't he?
Well, Joe Louis is mentioned in the episode.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. So they did know him. All right, cool.
Yeah, I think somebody mentions him. I can't remember what scene it's in.
John-Boy.
John-Boy did? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, ain't Joe Louis the black guy that beat out Uncle Adolph's guy in the Olympics?
Yeah, in the 1936 Olympics. Yeah.
Really? Did they have boxing in the Olympics? I can't remember now.
Yeah, they did.
I know there was the track and field guy that really
missed Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse Owens. That's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but they did have boxing because they had a black boxer beat out one of Uncle Adolph's fighters. Or was that track and field?
Well, I know it was Jesse. The track and field was the big one I remember, but
yeah, Jesse Owens was their best runner.
I don't know if boxing was a thing in the Olympics back in the 30s. I really am not sure.
It was, but not that prevalent.
So, but in there, oh god, this was a good scene.
Well, of course, look at it. It all figures, doesn't it? The cross-country running, the fresh air, the fancy footwork, the shoes. He's in training.
Well, what do you know? A pugilist on Walton's Mountain.
No, that's a term I'd never heard before. Pugilist.
Okay, pugilist is the same as fighter.
Yeah, it's the same as fighter, basically. Yeah, boxer.
Yeah, it's just a French. It's a French form of fighter.
Oh, that's its problem. It's French.
I guess it's basically a fancy word for somebody that practices the art of boxing, I would think.
Yeah, training in boxing, yeah.
But then you got Grandma here going off.
Oh, no wonder he
Grandma's
didn't
always
like
going
my
off.
food. He's had his brains shook loose.
It's got nothing to do with your food, Grandma. He's a prize fighter. He's got to watch his weight. Just look at it this way. You two are running a training camp kitchen.
Oh, did you notice that Michael's Lerner's mouth just moved slightly, like she was like she's biting her tongue?
Yeah,
They're
I thought
That
she was
makes
going to
sense.
have a seizure. Jesus. I don't know. She
now,
looks like she's bizarre. Thinking about
now,
her.
now she's flipping out about men fighting, but when you think about it, but like if we did not like sat there and had like boxing and sporting events, we got us us humans are naturally violent people. We need ways to relieve our 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 inner violent tendencies. Either we can sit there and kill each other in the streets or in wars, or we could just beat the shit out of each other. Now, which one would you prefer? Because
Beat the shit out of each other.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
the thing is, most people don't even have to personally beat the shit out of each other because they watch boxers or they watch sport teams that go out on the play field and beat the shit out of each other for our entertainment, right?
But even then, they're sitting there yelling and yelling and all that, relieving releasing the aggression. There.
Oh yeah, well,
You
that's
need
what
that release.
that's what professional sports makes its billions of dollars on, right?
Yep.
No, they make their billions of dollars because people will fucking pay that.
Oh yeah, people buy tickets to watch it and get their aggression out. Yeah.
John-Boy, that is not amusing. He's setting a bad example for
Here
our
we go.
children.
It's bad enough being a fighter, but it's sinful to take money for it.
Is it really sinful?
I wouldn't think it
Quite
was.
sinful for certain religions.
Well, why would it be considered sinful?
It's violence for the sake of violence, and you're making money off of it. You're profiting off of blood.
Okay.
I've had out behind the Bowery dance, mostly over you, Esther.
Well, I didn't like it then, and I sure don't like it now.
I think I'll go out the bar and give James a few pointers on the manly art of self-defense. Come on, Pop.
Now, I got a question here. How did Grandma and Grandpa ever get together? It seems like every couple episodes we always find out another thing that Zeb did in his younger days that Grandma don't like. It's like, what did she let her inner horniness out one night and she let Zeb knock her up and she had to marry him or what?
Zeb's just that charming.
Yeah, I always wondered like how they actually got together because I mean Zeb seems like the kind of guy that would like to be frisky all the time, and Esther's like, you stay away from me, old man, you old pervert, so they don't seem like a very well matched couple a lot of the time actually.
Well, Zeb's always doing these things that seems like it goes to pisses Esther off.
Oh, he loves to push her buttons, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe it was different when they were young.
Yeah, Grandma was actually in the mood.
They did have John, and they did have John's brother, right? So
that'd been Ben. They only had two, right?
I believe the two, yeah.
Yeah. So pugilistic was basically related to boxing, and it says it means aggressive or combative. So, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, remember that before they had gloves, they were fighting with bare fists, bare-fisted,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, in the early 1900s. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing illustrations of bare-fisted boxers.
Yeah. Now I love this here as John's walking out.
John, you hired.
John's
Now, how
wrestling.
do you feel about harboring a fist fighter?
Yeah, he's just ignoring him.
He didn't
He's just
tell us his
ignoring
real
him.
mission. I feel like we're being used.
Just ignoring him. He's just he's just ignoring him as they're talking to him. Trying to get out that door as quickly as possible. He rushes them out until
John, say something.
and then she's just like, "Oh, all right." She made sure that she got his attention then, so that she could yell at
Yeah.
him. But he was just going to ignore her until he walked out the fucking door.
Yeah, I think that he had to sleep on the couch after this interaction.
Nah, she wouldn't make him sleep on the couch.
Are you sure?
James a good
Yeah.
worker. Doesn't cost us much. Lightens the load for the rest of us.
You tell Olivia.
Yeah, so
Well, see, John's a practical man. He doesn't have any ideology really much at all.
yeah. Then John-Boy doesn't help. He goes, he's gonna go get a story from him. Maybe he'll make the sports column. And Olivia's not impressed by that. She's not gonna have her son right before a sports thing. I think this is where they mentioned Joe Louis.
Yeah. Oh, that's where they mentioned Joe Louis. Okay.
Yeah. Then we have this here.
Hey.
Hard on the fists. You sure make friends fast.
Yeah, this is a friendly place.
Well, when you're a nice guy, you can tend to make friends quite easily there and talk to people.
Of course.
There.
I had an interesting question, guys. If you were born in those days, would you like to have John Boy as your brother?
I can think of worse situations.
I'd rather have him as a brother than Aaron as a sister.
Amen.
Yeah, I got to say, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, I think
I
John
agree
Boy,
with that 1000%. Jeez.
John Boy would be a good brother. I think if he was like John Boy in the show.
Yeah.
If he was like John Boy, then it'd be great.
Yeah, sure. That's just to get rid of Aaron and just keep Mary Ellen and Elizabeth.
Well, Mary Ellen's like a fungus. You don't want her, but she starts to grow on you.
That's what I meant, because she would grow on me. Now,
Boy.
Elizabeth, I could probably mistreat her a few times.
What? Did you say you mistreated Elizabeth? Oh.
Yeah, well, if she got out of hand.
Oh, my.
If she got out of hand.
That's what she said.
You know what you're talking about, right?
All right, let's steer away from this conversation.
Yeah,
let's make a hard U-turn.
Let's try to avoid this with a 12-foot plank if we can. Yeah.
Hey, I need more than 12 feet.
I'm not saying another word.
We don't know each other.
Come on, discipline. That's all I was talking about. Come on.
Discipline has more than one meaning, though. You know that, right, Mikey?
Yes, I do. But come on.
All right, we're steering with. Right.
Well, we're screwed. We're screwed. Let's face it.
Oh,
you can't clip that, though, can you, Gorilla? Because you can't clip stuff on this damn Evie Mux thingy.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Jeremy, can I get a timestamp, please? So I can remember to go back to this.
Suzanne said, I'd say no. Yeah.
Yeah.
No to which one, though? I mean,
no to not having John Boy as a bro.
Oh, okay.
If I wanted to do a
John Boy seems like he'd give you good advice as a brother, though, I would think.
I think so.
Yeah. So anyhow,
it's a fighter. What would you say to that?
At least my stream earlier was nice and clean.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, if people want clean, that's probably you think. This is the sad thing about Waltons in a way. They think they're getting a nice, clean little stream here with this review, and then they come here and they listen to us, and they're like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
Hey! I gave the disclaimer at the beginning of the episode.
Good thing too.
Yeah, and you did put the poll in the chat, which is Gives you big kudos there,
I
Fred.
have not made one rude comment about Grandma and Grandpa tonight either. I'm just putting that
Hey,
on
I
record.
haven't either. I've resisted.
I've been
Come on.
keeping her clean tonight. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Fred.
I've been keeping my comments clean as well. Just want to qualify that.
Yeah. And Suzanne says, I would not want him to be my older brother.
Right.
Fair enough. He can be
That's fair
annoying at
enough.
times.
Yeah, well, whatever floats your boat there, Suzanne.
All right, so I'm going to play the scene here.
What makes you a fighter?
In this almighty world, if you've got burdens, you work them away, don't you? You let all that energy out. Like working in the cotton fields or the docks at Newport News.
I'm actually surprised they put that line in there. But of course, this was back in the 70s. They didn't give a shit back then. But that would
care about that.
That would never get in today's media.
Well, the 70s, I think, personally being a kid in the 60s, and I was a teenager in the 70s, so I was basically becoming a young adult when this stuff was on. And I think the 1970s were the most open-minded, intelligent adult time in human history. I mean, you look at shows like...
That's okay. You always feel like that when you're a teenager.
You think you'd ever get All in the Family on the TV today?
No.
No, hell no.
No way.
That's the point I was making. People were much more open, broad-minded back in those days. Adults didn't get offended. Don Rickles. There's another one I'm throwing out, right? People didn't get offended. Adults were adults back then, is what I'm trying to say. Adults now, a lot of adults now are basically big children because they never seem to grow up because they never can take, they can't take a criticism or they can't take an offense. It's the snowflake thing, right? You know. Anyway, that's my political rant for the evening.
Knocking people's brains out. Look, I'm a stringer for the Jefferson County News, so that's why but I'm interested. I'd like to know what makes a likable and apparently peaceful fellow like you, who's managed to endear himself to everybody, from Grandpa all the way down to Reckless here, except for Grandma. Her nose is out of joint.
No, that's a phrase. I never heard of her nose is out of joint. I've never heard that phrase before.
Oh, I've heard that phrase tons of times.
Yeah. It just means that she's uncomfortable. Is that the best way to describe it,
I would
PvP?
say she's annoyed.
Annoyed, okay.
Like very annoyed.
Yeah.
As in, if you put somebody's nose out of joint, they would probably be annoyed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn it.
It's a generational thing, isn't it, when it comes to popular sayings, I guess.
You're exactly right, PvP. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Well, I've heard that all my life, Mikey. All my life I've heard nose out of joint.
Yeah, and no, I was just going to say that you're exactly correct. It means that you're angry or annoyed. Yeah. So, yeah. That's all. I was going to say that you were exactly right. You got it, PvP.
Anyway, back at this great scene, because this is really a good scene here.
It is. It is.
Yeah. The fried potatoes. I should have taken them and given them to the chicken.
Anyway, I'm interested in you, and, well, could you at least tell me a little bit about where you come from?
Richmond, city of 55,000 of my people in miserable tenements.
Ooh,
Now,
Richmond, Virginia.
Now, when he says by people, is he talking about the entire population of the city or just the black population of the city?
He's talking about the black population of the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anybody want to look up the population of Richmond in 1935? It'd be easy enough to do, I guess.
Yeah, I can check that.
Oh, you're getting okay. Well, you're doing that.
You've been there?
I've only driven through the slums.
Most drive around. They don't want to know it's there. Street was our playground and social center.
Yeah. Now, is it that they don't want to be there, or they don't feel safe driving through that neighborhood? Because I've driven through some neighborhoods where a poor little boy like me that's structurally challenged did not belong.
Poor
Huh.
boy.
Well, don't forget though, 1935, people probably weren't quite as aggressively violent if you drove through their neighborhood. They might not even, give you a second look, right? Now, if you drove through some of those areas nowadays, well, geez, I don't know. I don't think I would do it. Because let's face it, you still got those problems, right? I mean, I'm sure we do too. It's just thankfully there's nothing too much around here that I'm familiar with of that magnitude. But you know, just saying, a lot of large cities have their shall I say no go zones, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
For the young, life was dangerous, meaningless. Then out of the street brawls, I discovered the dynamite in my fist. I saw what Jesse Owens was doing in the track, the Buckeye Bullet.
Jesse Owens,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
there
the
you
one.
go.
But
That's
yeah,
the track man they were talking about. Yeah.
yeah, but I think they're still a year early for it to be him going over to
Mentioned.
Germany for
He was,
Yeah.
first.
he was. I imagine he was talking about some of Jesse Owens' early races before he
Yeah.
went
Oh
over
yeah,
to
yeah,
him.
his early rate. Yeah,
Right.
because he was well known in college, right?
Well,
He
the
did
thing is, Jesse Owens didn't get over to the Berlin Olympics by being a schmuck. He got there by being
exactly.
one of their top track stars in the U.S. Right when he went over to the
I
Berlin Olympics. So
yeah.
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't find the population of in 1935, but it
Hmm.
did say in the 1900 census they said that the population was 62% white and 38% black. So
Okay, but that could be 100 people. Hmm.
Well,
true, but
wouldn't the census be everybody that filled in the census form or whatever?
yeah,
So
Yeah.
if it was 38% black, then that's a little over a third. So if he said 55,000, you could probably add 2/3 to that for the white population. I'm just roughly
I
estimating. So
Yeah,
it
something
might
like
be
that.
what? So it'd be like Richmond would be at like 150,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, roughly.
Yeah,
right.
that seems about accurate. Wouldn't you say, Germ?
Yeah, that does sound about accurate.
Okay. Oh, we got a few chats here. We got quite a few chats here. It's a good thing he wasn't my brother, lol. And PvP is very respectful. Yeah, we've been respectful tonight. And
Now,
try not to say anything too offensive.
well, I got to say, Suzanne's being very kind. You haven't seen every panel I've ever been on. I'm guessing, Suzanne.
Oh, okay.
Just
It
saying.
said in 1935, Richmond roughly had 185,000 people, and it said
Huh,
53,000 of those were classified as the N word, which I won't say, but yeah. So he's about accurate. Yeah.
it's pretty
About
accurate then. Yeah.
50,000. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Yeah.
So they're counting in a few other minorities, I guess, like maybe Spanish-speaking people or
Or they just
Asians.
or they threw out a rough number.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
maybe it could be indigenous people. Like Native American people. There could be a few
Yeah.
thousand of those. I'm guessing. Like, yeah,
I would
Yeah.
imagine.
But
yeah.
anyhow, Suzanne says, I was the spoiled little princess, that's why. Oh, so you're Aaron.
Yeah.
And Scary says I was AFK. And I was just too young, 10 years old when this episode premiered.
Yeah. It's a 10-year-old boy.
And Scary saying, hi, Suzanne, hello. And Mikey, how old are you now?
I just turned 59 this year, Suzanne, on September 22nd. 59.
Oh, 59. I thought it was a different number.
No, I'm 59. Yeah, not the 69 you're thinking of, but hey.
Oh, I'm not even thinking about 69, man.
Well, you were pulling your mind out there somewhere.
Oh, no.
Just kidding,
And,
Jim.
Well, I'm 66 now, so I got 3 years to find a very special lady, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, the fastest a lady can go or go is 68 because once you're 69, she turns around.
Oh boy. Oh jeez, Gorilla.
All right, so Scurvy here says, "Joint in your nose." I hadn't heard that expression, so Scurvy's along the same lines as I am.
Well,
Oh,
you do know that your nose bone, which is part of your skull, the fleshy part of your nose is connected to the nose bone by cartilage, right? Because a lot of prize fighters have those crooked noses when they get punched in the head too many times. So that's kind of I think where the expression "nose out of joint" came from. If you get that
Yeah.
cartilage broken and then you get that twisted nose looking thing, right?
If you get the right punch, is that what you're saying, PvP?
Well,
If you
you
if it
see
hit you right,
you see those old prize fighters that've been in 100 fights, right? And they often
yes.
have the nose that goes over to one side, right?
Oh, yes, for sure. Yeah,
Because it doesn't
Yeah,
heal. It doesn't heal straight on, right?
yeah.
yeah.
All right, all right. So,
And I decided to lift myself out of the slums. Escape the quickest way possible. Sports.
Like Joe Louis, huh?
Joe Louis.
Joe Louis.
Joe
Yay.
Louis made us feel like something when he knocked out Max Baer. A
who's
religion.
Yeah,
Max?
there we go.
I've never heard of Max Bear, but of
Max
course I
Baer
don't
was
follow
the
sports.
German. Max Baer was the German fighter that Joe Louis knocked out.
Wait. There's some inconsistency. All right, when, when did Joe? Because I
Louis.
swear that was 36, not 37.
No.
You need to hire a secretary to type this in during the streams, Gorilla.
And what was his name? Max Bear.
Yeah, Baer, not the other way.
No, wait. According to the search results provided, Joe Louis knocked out Max Bear on September 24th, 1935.
Yeah.
Wow, the
So,
writers got it. The writers got it right then.
Yeah.
not depend. No.
No, they
They're a few
got it
months
right,
early.
Gorilla. Because
They're
this is in the fall of 1935, this episode, right? It's supposed to be around that time?
No, it
no.
should
We
be
got
around spring or summer.
because 1936 doesn't come around for let's see, 1936.
Well, no, it does seem
We're not
okay.
even in the summer of 35 yet.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean,
because
this
36 starts like 1936 starts in season 4, episode 23. So we're looking at June or July here. So they were a few months early on that fight that they mentioned here. Not saying that
yeah.
we're just being nitpicking assholes, but that, that but
Oh,
but I'm
I
just
think
thinking,
well, put it in the context of our character on screen here, right? I think the writers took liberties mentioning Joe Louis, even if they were a couple of months early, uh, because it made sense to mention his name in the story in the context of our young boxer here.
He
yeah.
would
So
have been known, but not
I
known
give the
for
writers
what
a little
he's
bit of leeway.
being
Oh,
credited for.
it's just my nitpicking nerd coming
No,
out
no, no.
on
I
stage.
think that's a good observation. Like accuracy is a good thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if they fucked it up by 2 or 3 months, it's like, the writers just wanted to put it in to make the story better, right?
Hey, these older shows will give a little leeway. Well, I think that like what happens is when you're enjoying a show and all that, you can
Uh,
forgive stuff and all that. But as soon as you start getting a show you're not enjoying or it's just pissing you off, then you
uh-huh.
start nitpicking stuff, and then you use that against the show.
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
also says that Max Baer was an American professional boxer. So it was, before Joe Louis knocked him out, it says here he knocked him out in the 309 of the fourth round. but before he knocked him out, Max Baer was from 1934 June to June 13th, 1935. He was the world heavyweight champion, and then Joe Louis got him. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Where he says that he's proud of him because he showed what all of his people, in quotes, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
back
he's
at
cool.
a great scene here.
Yep, still great scene.
People poured out into the streets, laughing and shouting and shaking hands with strangers. I've got dynamite in me, and it started with my fist.
Now, it says they're poured out the streets. Nowadays they will burn the city down in celebration. Oh wait, that's Philly. Never mind.
Got a fight coming up?
My return to Richmond, my hometown, a week from Friday. Got to line up a manager and a stool and bucket man.
I thought you escaped out of there.
No, it's not back to the slums, John-Boy. This is my big fight. A purse fight, winner take all. I've club fought from Baltimore to Washington, D.C. In Baltimore, you couldn't beat a hometowner with a hammer. And I hope to get a fair fight in my own hometown.
He hopes and does are two different things. Because as soon as he says he hopes to get a fair fight, you know exactly well that he's not going to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he does come across as idealistic, doesn't he?
Well, don't forget that Richmond was the capital of the Confederacy for a while. So,
Oh, I'm aware of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we pretty much got the gist of this. So John-Boy gets this thing there. Blah, blah, blah. He's doing the honest day's work. This is a scene I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, I do.
That's the one where the kids are playing baseball.
Oh, yeah. They're just enjoying talking.
Now you're an authority on women.
Oh,
Here we go.
You almost got her. Grandma's not in the mood for this here.
Yeah, Zed tried to make his move once again.
Yeah. So now he's teaching Elizabeth how to throw it. Or no, not Elizabeth. Aaron how to throw.
John, quick, you're a pretty good ball player.
We're all pretty good ball players. I don't like.
Yeah.
What's happening?
She just doesn't like Tim there talking about blah, blah, blah. Bitching. So he's teaching him baseball.
Yeah.
The job was
Regular programs to listen to.
Maybe we gotta listen to how James makes out.
John, we are not tuning in that fight.
Now you and Ma and the girls can go upstairs and occupy yourselves like you did the time the boys came over and listened to Louis Bear fight.
yeah. So now they're talking. Now they're doing the Louis Bear fight here too. But this is a good argument, fighting back and forth.
It happens to men when two other men try to knock each other senseless for money. Even you, John.
We could hear upstairs stomping and hollering like bloodthirsty Comanches. I'm convinced somebody brought a bottle.
Now that line would not get in today's shows either.
You're talking about bloodthirsty Comanches, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
you
would
never hear that phrase.
They'd never approve that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's it.
It's 70s were more open-minded. I totally believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the censors back then were the way I'm hearing it is
The
that
thing is, adults just weren't offended by everything back then like they are now.
Yeah, they're more lenient back then. They were. Yeah.
People were open-minded. If you want to talk about progressive is a dirty word now, but back in the 70s, progressive actually meant, making things better. But it sure doesn't anymore.
Yeah. No. Hey, Pete, do you want to read this one?
Sure, I can do that. Lemon Pie said, PvP knows about cartridge? Cartridge? Okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I gotta say.
Oh my god.
What was that PvP? Well, look at how he spells it.
Maybe you want to follow up with the next comment.
PvP knows about
That was
Go
about
to,
cartilage.
go to the next one, and then it'll make sense. I like the way he spelled nose too. That's
Yeah.
It's like,
Those
thank you,
notes,
Lemon. That's a good one, Lemon. I approve of that one. I give you a thumbs up there.
All right, so that's telling you. So you're older than me and never heard that saying.
Nose out of joint? I've heard that before.
I heard that saying hundreds of times, man.
Oh yeah, no, I always related it to anger, and obviously you got it right too, PvP, because you related it to annoyance. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's like somebody that's pissed off, basically.
well, of course.
I always heard the term "fart crossways." No, that guy's got a fart crossways up his butt.
Oh, that could be LDG's foot.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, I
worry.
always heard that they had a stick up their ass.
Oh yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
By the way, Gorilla, when LDG wiggles his toes, do you feel it?
LDG, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hey man, that's between me and LDG.
You feel the big toe wiggling like crazy, man?
That's between me and LDG.
I bet that's very helpful in preventing constipation, though, right, Gorilla?
It kind of helps with the airflow.
Oh no, Gorilla's offline. Oh, I insulted him so much he's left us. Oh no.
Oh no. What happened?
Okay, I see two gorillas on the bottom of the screen here saying no connection.
Yeah, I see that.
I see that too.
Wow, Evie Mux, every time's an adventure, right? I never know what to expect. I mean,
One
tonight
of
I
those is
signed in.
Waltons he was sharing, so that's why there's two.
All right, wait.
Now there's now he's back. Somebody's
You're
back.
Gorilla? Okay.
There's one gorilla back and one gorilla. Two gorillas.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
we
we
got
go.
double gorillas now. Okay. Oh.
Oh yeah, now we're back.
One gorilla, two gorilla, three gorilla, four. Got it.
Oh boy.
Five gorillas, six gorillas swing from the trees more.
Just make sure you're grabbing a tree and not something slimy.
Oh, like a snake. Ooh, anaconda.
All right, so I've heard the expression "nose out of joint." I was trying to make it funny. Nose in your joint. Joint in your nose.
Joint in your okay. You're confusing me now.
I think you've seen the movie Blow, maybe.
Speaking of confusing.
Not one of our friends, Esther.
You were.
Yeah, now notice how you said that. She's convinced someone brought a bottle of gin, and Zeb's just like, not one of our friends. Wink, wink.
I don't think Grandpa's going to get any tonight. I think he's going to lay on the couch himself.
I don't
No. If he gets forced to sleep on the couch, then he'll just go sleep at Godsey's on his billiard table.
Yeah, really. Well, that wouldn't be a bad. That'd be a good alternative, right? The billiard table. Just get a pillow and probably be pretty comfortable. Actually,
That's what he did, and freaking I called John to come get his father.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, we got Sci-Fi Nation in the chat. Hey, Sci-Fi.
Hey, Nation, how's it going?
Hey there.
Hey, Jay.
Hey there. Hi there. Ho there.
Yeah, Scurvy says, "Dig it with my typos." Okay, I'm going to reset my brain and come back at 5.
Sounds like a plan.
It's going to take longer than 5 minutes to reset that lemon brain.
So does Grandpa mention the Baldwin sisters hooch here at some point?
No, let's find out.
Let's find out.
I think he does.
Most of all of them, I swear you had a skinful.
Oh, no, Esther. Not a skinful, just a snootful. The rest
Oh, and the rest will be bottled. Remember that?
Yep.
Yes.
I think he's definitely referring to the Baldwin ladies.
Yeah, yeah. This whole conversation is just pissing off Olivia because I don't think she's ever said that. Told Jim or Jason there to stop playing his music.
Right.
Well, I don't think it's the music; it's the type of music because he's playing kind of some jitterbug stuff, right? If he was playing Mozart, she'd probably be fine. And then all the other kids start freaking out about that picture out of the magazine, and Olivia just stresses out at the end of this scene, right?
Yeah.
My tattoo blues? Listen. Can't you just see James' footwork in shadow boxing?
Oh, did you see the huff of the shoulders right there?
But
So
Olivia's just like, she's not accepting that times are changing and the younger people don't see the world the way she sees it. Like, that happens, right?
Oh yeah.
I think she's afraid. I think
Well,
she's
of course
really
she's afraid because she's worried about her kids. But
Yeah.
Paul's sitting there going, I'm just going to shut my face and just sit here. I'm just going to let it fall where it falls,
Yeah,
and I'll pick up the
exactly.
pieces later. Right? That's
Yeah,
Paul
exactly.
and his infinite. I think if Paul was not well, he's probably kind of a borderline Christian because he's not that crazy about going to church with Olivia. But if he wasn't a Christian, I'd say he'd probably be a Buddhist.
No,
He's that kind of guy.
he's spiritual, but he doesn't feel like he has to go sit in a building every week there to express his religion, his spiritualism.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Exactly. Well, that's why I don't go to church, because I used to go to church and then I got so bored listening to preachers tell me stuff that I had already figured out 5 years before that. And I was like, what am I listening to this guy for? This is boring.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like young. That's like 40
Yeah.
something years ago.
Yeah, and I stopped after I married Suzanne because Suzanne is a minister. If I need to confess to anybody or talk to anyone, she's right there. I don't need to go into a church and be preached to. So, there we go. I'm the lucky one.
What happened to that composition you were working on for the Kleinberg Conservatory?
Mama, before I was just imitating the old masters, but this is mine. Instead of some dull exercises, my fingers are springy.
For heaven's sake.
Oh. Olivia do not want springy fingers. You know where those springy fingers will lead you to.
Shut up, Mikey.
Bring those fingers around your banana.
Those springy fingers will lead to 7 kids.
Oh, okay. I need to find a girl that would like my springy fingers. Just saying.
Man.
Oh my.
Jason, he was a hell of a good musician though in real life. Like, this guy can play it, right? Like, man, that's
John Walmsley, yeah, he's very highly talented.
Did he put albums out? Did he make albums like he should have?
He did. Yeah, he did. I thought I read that to you guys previously that he did put out a few albums.
I should see if I can find some to listen to because he was really a good musician.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Daddy, suppose I could save up and buy some boxing gloves? Instead of an aviator,
God.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Jim Bob, you're too puny.
I think this is putting their last straw on Olivia. What do you think?
I think so. I think
No,
she's
no,
gonna lose it.
it's the muscle man picture in the magazine that drives her right over the top.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's right.
sizes and everything. We have all kinds of weights from flyweight on up. Says so right here.
All right, so
here we go.
There we go.
Hey, where's my equal representation? If I see a guy in speedo, I want to see a gal in a bikini. Where's my equal representation?
There's never any equal representation in these shows, Gorilla.
Yeah, come on, Gorilla. There's no.
I hate to break your heart, but it's just the way it is, buddy.
I hate to break your bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides, with our luck, if there was equal, it'd be Grandma Walton that would give you the equal. So you're probably better off.
Red oak.
Let's see. Screwy says, "Sci-fi. Hey, how you doing?
Hey."
He's saying, "Hey, Suzanne." He's saying, "Hello to everyone. Let's get it right." LOL.
I'm not your hoe. Hey, what's that bullshit? I was in that.
Where that came from? I don't know where that came from.
You're a hoe? Internet honey.
Well, at least Suzanne is defending my reputation. Thank you, Suzanne.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Suzanne says, Sci-Fi Nation, let's not get this twisted. BBB is internet honey.
Oh,
I ain't nobody's hoe. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
She said honey.
She said honey.
No, but she didn't say it. It was Sci-Fi that said it, right?
No.
No.
It's it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got something wrong then. Fuck it.
Yeah, the nation said, nah, I know, girl.
I
Just
told you guys.
give me plenty of eggnog.
I got up like 7 a.m. today, so I'm fading.
Yeah, Suzanne says, oh, I know. All right, so I just want to fish out the sea.
Hand that over, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen, you give me that.
Hey, Jim Bob, you forgot your biceps.
Now stop it.
You know, nobody's fucking listening.
Oh yeah, nobody's even listening to John.
He should have used his respect my authority voice.
Wow.
Yeah. God, I wish I could afford to break dishes.
Yeah, I thought that she would have a pan ready to throw at John's head.
Which head?
I don't know. Whichever area she's aiming for.
Dealer's
Plenty of
choice.
targets.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. There you go.
Yeah, actually, Suzanne's right.
Yeah, you're right.
He did
I
say
did
that.
screw up when I seen that.
And I don't really appreciate that, Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
I don't call you names. Please don't call me names.
Oh, when did I scroll it up?
He called me his hoe or something, like, you know.
Yeah, he
fuck
did
that.
earlier. He said it, but I
Yes,
don't know if he meant that as a, insult or a compliment. But
The thing is,
Okay, I misread that there.
I come on YouTube to have fun with my friends, and I don't want to be disrespected by people. And if they can't respect me, then I don't want to talk to them. Simple as that.
Yeah. It's Kirby Pete says, is PBPC Suzanne's sugar pie honey bunch? She says yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
that's a great Four Top song.
I gotta say I'm flattered as hell, but I'm a little verklempt as well. You know, like oh my.
Well, here, let's get you on over glumped here.
Yeah, let's get on with the episode.
Yeah, John's like, kids, get the hell out of here. I have to sweet talk your mama now, so I can get some tonight.
If John had just said, get the frack out of here, and I want to take care of, your mom, maybe that would have helped.
No, as soon as she smashed the plate, he just like, scat along, kids, I'll take care of this.
Not have this house turned upside down because of a prize fighter. If a man gouges out another man's eye, he must pay with his own eye.
Wonder what he thinks about the law of Moses.
If you don't tell him to move on, to move out of our lives, I will.
So Grandma was about to recite another Bible curse at him, and she just says, tell him to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Liv, he's a good worker.
I have nothing against him. It's what he does.
All right. If it means that much to you, I'll talk to him.
It does.
Especially if you're going to quote the Bible on me.
That should have gotten him slapped right there. That should have gotten him slapped.
Yeah, John. Well, John's acknowledging his weak spot here. It's like, okay, Liv, you got me. You're quoting the Bible. I'm screwed. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
No, but that remark there should have gotten him slapped.
Yeah. And then maybe he'd still get some later on.
You know, the thing is, though, it's like this episode perfectly kind of sums up Olivia and John's relationship as a married couple, because as much as they love each other, they are individual people with different viewpoints on the world, right? Olivia's much more, I would say, traditional. She is much more like maybe centered, not she's not like a Bible person or anything, because it's part of her life, but it's not her center of her life. Her
Right.
family's her center. But John is like, he's like the guy that's down to earth. He's work a day. He's got to keep the mill running. All he cares about is getting those lumber contracts, cranking out stuff in the mill with Grandpa and whoever's, John-Boy, whoever's available, making that money, keeping the family fed, keeping things running. And so John's like the practical guy, whereas Olivia, she can be a little more, not as practical at times. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
about it. I'm rambling on. Sorry.
Well, that's all right, PvP. But I wanted to add to your point when you mentioned earlier about, real quickly about Grandma and Grandpa having the same kind of idiosyncrasies, but for some reason they're still together. Well, it's obvious that John and Olivia have the same similar idiosyncrasies, but they're still together, and that's an interesting contrast just to see the middle-aged adults and the older adults having the same kind of disagreements, but then they manage to pull it back together. So yeah, it's unique, really is.
Yeah. And before we get on to this next scene here, Suzanne says
yeah.
Sci-Fi Nation didn't mean any disrespect. He's just playing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just how Sci-Fi talks.
Okay.
And Sci-Fi Nation has a way of words. Not everyone understands him. He meant no harm, PvP. It was actually a term of brotherhood. Yeah.
Did you say you were going to go on to the next sex scene or just the next scene?
The next scene.
Okay, I think I misheard something there then. Sorry, girl.
You most definitely did.
Wow.
I didn't say nothing.
Because knowing that the next scene is going to be between Olivia, John, and what's his face there? I don't think we can.
Yeah, the fighter. Yeah.
So it's not a three-way then. Okay, I just wanted to clarify. That would have been very advanced for the 1970s. I gotta say.
Yeah, I don't even think we could get the titty flicks like that.
Yeah, really. Never know.
Okay, let's just play it like.
Suzanne says, "Scurvy, right? It's not easy if you don't talk the talk."
Yeah.
And welcome, Nemesis of Eden. Welcome. He goes,
Nemesis,
you
Nemesis.
He goes, "Hail, you beautiful beings! I hope you're doing well today."
Hey, Nemesis, you should watch some Waltons and join us once in a while, there, guy.
Yeah. We're doing as well as we can be. And Scurvy, you want to read this one from Scurvy?
Oh no!
Is it who? Just me? Oh, Lemon says PPP is my Canadian. It's okay. I can say it. I have a Canadian word pass. Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. All right. So now we got this scene here. He's going to preach about David and Goliath there, and I'm not how can I say this without sounding racist, like a racist?
No.
No. This is a legit question.
Don't even try. Just go for it.
Why does it seem like okay? This has been distinguished that we got what they called out south the black churches, and they're always rocking. They're always having like to sing the entire sermon. It's like I'm just kind of trying to figure out why is that the sermon seem different than like my traditional Catholic or Methodist or Lutheran churches up here. If that makes sense.
This Southern Methodist.
Yeah.
So that's like all Southern Methodists?
No, not all Southern Methodists. There are some that were Southern Baptists too.
Yeah. It's a very common thing of churches down there, not just the black churches.
Okay.
They're very eclectic.
So it's a Southern thing. It just happened to have been stereotyped into a lot of the older shows and TV shows that show one demographic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except we had the more open-minded writers here And it's great. Like I said, I appreciated this episode a bit more because you had Ivan Dixon, who went through his own personal, hell while he was doing the Hogan's Heroes, that directed the episode. And I thought it's eye opening, but it's definitely something, open minded and should be discussed, rather than back in the day when it was, a bit more freedom, and leniency. So, yeah.
Well, you know what I thought about watching this episode was you get all these woke idiots that say, "Oh, back in the 70s or 60s or 80s, those people were like Neanderthals. They didn't know about social justice. They didn't think about minorities or the place in society that people of color had." It's like blah 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 blah. Those nasty, nasty folks back in those decades. And it's like, sorry, I'm calling bullshit on you because this is a prime example of back in the 70s, people were writing about social issues. They were writing about minorities struggling to improve their lives. And we don't need you woke snowflake people to preach to us because we were there decades, 50, 40, 50 years before you arrived. So I would say politely, go fuck yourselves. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I think I
I
summed it
couldn't
up.
have said it. I couldn't have said better myself there, PvP. I amen on you on that one, definitely. Amen.
Thank you, my brother.
PvP. And I say this with all endearment here. I
Oh my
loved
God.
how you had this long wind up there just to tell the new Gen Z here to go fuck themselves.
You
They had
know.
a long wind up.
Well, there you go.
You gotta do your part, you know.
Yeah.
So anyhow, let's get to this.
Oh man.
Yeah. Keep going.
Oh, this is a good scene. Yeah, this is a really
Yeah, I
good
love
scene.
this scene. I love this.
But the thing is, when Olivia comes out and she realizes this guy is not what she thought he was.
Yeah. But she comes up in a few minutes. She comes up with a great quote, and she completes a verse from him that he says. So I want to hear that.
Yeah, and the thing is, she realizes she's been kind of simplify what he is about, but what he's actually about is more complicated than what Olivia was giving him credit for being.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he took his staff in his hand, and they chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and he put them in his shepherd's bag. And he walked down the brooks of the Himalayan mountains, and he moved on down the Nile, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the giant Philistine.
Now, is that a protest moo or is that a keep going moo?
I think that's a protest move.
It's probably I want to go to sleep now. Can you please stop?
Yeah, can you please stop preaching to me, you two-legged whatever you are?
Have you guys ever heard of that Christmas miracle thing where the farm animals start talking to each other?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the scene. I'm sorry.
But Goliath saw David, and he disdained him, for he was but a youth. And the Philistine cursed David by his gods, and said, "Come to me, and I will give thy flesh to the fowls of the airs, and to the beasts of the fields."
Yeah, notice the ears on it. He's like,
I love the raised ears of the horse there.
No, but he moves the ears back and forth here.
He did, yeah.
Then said David, "Thou comest to me with a sword and a spear and a shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord God of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. For the battle is the Lord God."
I think we got there. So Olivia there's the muse there. He's doing that. Let's there then.
Well, the thing is, towards the end, Olivia says she tells John she wants to talk to
What
him,
happened, Mama?
but we never see
James and
that,
I
do we?
talked.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But then later she's
wants to
saying
use
they had a
the
good conversation and everything is like kosher now, right? So
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
He has money to build his own country church here. He has the call to preach.
What? There goes the best worker I ever hired.
The call to preach. That defies belief. A fist fighter with a call?
Yeah, Grandma can't.
Yeah,
Can't
Grandma,
believe
is
it
that
there.
surprising?
All right, well, we got a ton of chats to catch up here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
lots,
for it, man.
lots of chats. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nemesis says, hit that like button, everyone. Yeah, hit it like it's your ex.
Yeah.
And same to you, Mikey. And say
Thank you.
hello.
Okay, you know,
And
I just looked at the like button. There's 0 likes. 0 likes. Come on, guys. Are you kidding me? I'm just going to hit it. Oh, there's one for you. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Jeez.
no, we're up to 11 votes in the poll.
Oh, that's good. But there's still, I'm the only one that's put the like button on. So,
Yeah. And Scurvy here says, my last joke didn't land. 2 out of 10 from the judges ain't bad.
You got to refresh that PvP. There's 5.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, when I came in, I hit the button.
Yeah.
Sad
They
day,
say
mate.
that's how everybody is. And Scurvy says, Suzanne, is your health still flying high? I hope. Yeah, I hope
Yes,
so.
we hope it is. We hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Terry, how are you doing, Scurvy? Hey, Scurvy's quite burned out today, Nemesis. That horse knows he is preaching the truth.
Amen, four-legged animal. Whee!
And Nemesis says it's because it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I thought about that too. And I feel like it's Friday the 13th because I got up too early and I am so tired right now.
Yeah. And Scurvy here says maybe Nemesis, and there are 5 likes.
I counted 7 when I refreshed, so we're getting there.
There's 6 likes here. All right. So,
Has it, Grandma? Wants to help his own people.
I don't believe it. You ought to be the one with the journalism scholarship. You got more out of him than I did.
all right, so yeah, basically now they're just gonna be preaching there. We got there, and so they're going to Richmond tomorrow for the thing. Then she's asking about Jody, and then they've been hanging out, and she.
Oh yeah, this
Jody,
is
you go
this
home.
is
James,
a weird scene.
Well, yeah, she just starts yelling at him about teaching him to fight, and she's not willing to listen. And she can't believe that Olivia brought it in there, and John's trying. She won't listen.
Well, the thing is, she's not teaching him to be a professional boxer for blood money. She's just teaching the boy to maybe throw a few punches if he's got to defend himself. I thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
see it as an evil thing. Like,
Hey, Gorilla, you now have 8 likes. I just refreshed it. You have 8 likes now.
there we go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And see, it all started to cascade when I brought it up. I'm
Oh,
patting
thank you,
myself.
Suzanne.
I'm patting
Okay, she's
myself on the
good.
back right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Suzanne says hi,
Hey,
Stu
9. Now we got 9.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, nothing to write home about. Then she says, I see 9. 9, I tell you. 9.
9? Oh, you say 9? 9? Oh, jeez.
That's unbelievable.
All right. All right. So John-Boy here says he's coming in looking for they're looking for a manager. And he takes the first guy that comes up to him. It's like, what the hell? That's the first guy.
It's expenses. Manager, corner man, meals.
When you lose, you get expenses.
What is this?
Hey, look, Walton. You're from the woods. There's going to be a lot of heavy betting on this fight. And I wouldn't want nobody to make any judgment.
Yeah, so anyhow, yeah, he just says he's a city boy there. But then you got this guy here.
Yeah.
Sam, this fight is booked. I gave my word. No mistakes. Please.
Yeah, and the implied threat. Yeah, there's gonna be no mistakes. Caprende?
Peach?
What'd you call me?
Well, what I like about the manager here, though, he actually is honest with him and tells him what's going to happen, possibly, right?
Yeah.
He tells him exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
You're good, kid. Sweet looking good. But the last time I heard that speech from Benny Rafferty, the fighter who wasn't supposed to win and did. Well, him and his manager got jumped, beaten up, and dumped in an outbound boxcar. You know, kid.
Come on. So he literally
No.
is saying he wants to fix the fight? Come on now.
Yeah, no, the fight's already fixed.
No,
Oh, it's already fixed. Oh.
the guy that walked out has fixed the fight. This guy's actually being decent, giving them the info that they'll just get the crap kicked out of them if they win.
Wow.
Because it is fixed.
Yeah, it's already fixed. Yeah, okay.
And that's why John-Boy goes back to the family and he says, we gotta support our guy here. Like, we gotta just show up to, make sure he's safe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I like this guy in the hat, though. At least he's honest,
Oh, yeah.
In there, and I ain't going there.
You said you'd sign him.
You can't sign a fighter with a broken arm.
And he just leaves there. So, and I love the scene here.
And in fact, I really know if I can explain it right. But we went to find the manager, and your son, me, the writer, is the manager.
Olivia's not happy, but you notice he's leaving out some key details here when he's telling his mother. He's left out some key details.
Michael Lerner must have had a spectacular time putting that frowning expression on this episode. Because she spent probably most of the episode looking exactly like this.
Like she has a rusty bitch face?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
John-Boy, I don't think I like the sound of that.
I don't either.
John-Boy.
There we go.
So he's talking about he's a loner. He doesn't want him. He goes, your manager tells you to go to bed, blah, blah, blah. So right here, this is what the key something right here.
Mama nervous or anything, but the truth is that the manager ran out because there was a threat to hurt James if he wins the fight.
Is there a threat to hurt the manager, too?
Well, I didn't want to worry you either.
Yeah, but now, hey, at least he's telling his pa here because pa knows how to get things done.
Yeah.
Well, the thing, as soon as John realizes that John-Boy could be harmed, taking the job of the manager of the fighter, John's like, okay, Grandpa, we're going to be there too, and we're going to back him up. And because
we'll wait on that there because I wanted to say something on this next part here.
Okay.
Pa, it looks like you and me ought to go to this fight. Pick up Ike, too.
Zach, too. He'd be terribly upset if he knew something was going on and you didn't include him in.
Oh, come on, you're not. Hey, yeah. Get Ike, you get Zach, you get Yancey, you get Sheriff Briggs. You bring them all, have a few of them waiting out there in the fucking alley. Have half of Walton's Mountain waiting in that fucking alley for him. You want to come jump in? We'll show how those mountain boys do this.
Yeah, right. They would jump him. Yeah.
And to be fair, a guy rigging a fight like that is going to give a little bit of discretion to the guy who's going down. He isn't walking out completely empty-handed.
Yeah, he's going to get expenses
a little bit smoother. Yeah, you get your expenses covered a little bit more. Get a little bit of a take on the betting odds.
Yeah. PvP?
Yo.
Were you gonna say anything else about the scene, or can we move forward?
No, not really. I just thought it was good. But did we actually? I don't remember seeing Ike. Ike doesn't. Does he?
No. They're just implying that like Ike and Zach are gonna be waiting in the alley in case they do get jumped.
Okay, they're off screen then. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Well, way you can interpret it if you're gonna like listen, like take every line to heart,
I was taking it too literal. Yeah.
Ike and Zach are there, but they're just waiting in the alley for it to get jumped. They can jump jumpers.
So you're talking Ike and Yancey are out there with baseball bats.
No, well, they said Zach, but I would have brought half the you could have brought half the Walton's mountain there for
yeah. There you go.
And Gorilla, I just want to quickly say that the role of Sam Mumford, the guy with the hat. The actor's name is Dave Shelley, and he did pass away in 1989. But he
Ooh.
did an episode of the series Hunter with Fred Dreyer in 1984. He was in a movie called Gas Pump Girls and Midnight Madness. So
Okay.
yeah, and he did the Magical World of Disney, and one episode of that is Jack Gimbal. So
I'm really, really happy to know about gas pump girls. Like that's got to
yeah,
go on my watch list. Yeah.
oh
All
yeah, for
right.
sure.
All right. Well, let's catch up on chats here.
All right,
Next is a 9!
nine, nine.
And PvP, can you read this one?
Lemon Pie said, "Well, PvP's call to hit the like button was effective. Well, thank you, Lemon.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Where have all the sci-fi's gone? I
No,
don't
no.
know.
He says, "Where have all the sci-fi's gone?" And then I
Yeah.
responded to him saying, "Up on Walton's mountain."
Hey, welcome H1. He says, "Welcome to the Girl Censored podcast." Make sure to check. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hello, ancient one.
And yeah, he's telling us to follow me, smash that like button, enjoy the con. I think H1. Welcome and up on Walton's mountain.
Yeah, up on
Dun, dun.
Walton's mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're talking about they're gonna be on.
Okay.
Yeah, Jim Bob brings him an extra blanket because he said it's good. Actually,
You might need an extra blanket.
Well, thanks, Jim Bob. It does feel like a two-dog night.
I think they'll announce you in the ring tomorrow night.
Why?
Joe Louis is the brown bomber, so I came up with one for you.
Now listen to his response and then I'll tell you why that sounds so familiar.
okay. No, but I kind of like his nickname for him.
You like to get your fights over with your 1-2 punch. How about Boom Boom?
Okay,
Not bad.
now Boom
James
Boom.
Travis.
Yeah, Boom Boom. There was a fighter named Boom Boom Mancini, Ray Mancini, who used the term Boom Boom
And
because he
didn't
could
he? Didn't
twist.
he go? He didn't go out to do soft rock as well?
No.
Oh,
Boom
it's a
Boom.
different Henry Mancini. Okay.
No. His name was Ray Mancini, but
Oh,
he went by the nickname Boom Boom because of both his fists. One would hit you in the face and one would knock you out.
there you go.
So now I was curious why he used that, and I said, "Well, yeah, there was a fighter named that later on." So kind of a prediction, I guess, of a future fighter. Yeah,
Probably
maybe.
just writers taking something from something, right?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, why not?
Spock.
Fight
Oh,
me?
yes, if Danny is.
Right.
Yes, Cleveland Little
Yeah.
was Black Bart in Blazing Saddles. He was
I
the
love that.
sheriff. He was the sheriff.
I love that movie.
That was
Oh, I
good.
love that film. It's
He
such a great comedy.
rode the blazing saddle.
All
Okay,
right, stay on top of you.
Oh, I see what you mean. You like to be called James Travis. You might like to be called James Robert every now and then.
I think this is one of the few times we actually get his
Uh-huh.
real name instead of Jim Bob.
yeah, really, eh? Never thought of that, but yeah.
Don't call me Jim Bob.
Night.
Yeah, so he does.
No,
Of,
Jim, I wouldn't call you Jim Bob. No. I'm not that cruel and I'm not that mean.
Yeah, so basically, John-Boy was rewriting the Bible stories for Elizabeth. And he's talking about sinner getting drowned by a millstone, blah blah blah. He does. He's upset they stayed up all night reading children's Bible stories, blah blah blah, the night before the fight. Then we get the fight here, and he's pretty much.
Wouldn't most fighters want to get a night's sleep though? Like that kind of bugged me a bit.
No, not necessarily. You
No,
get the nervousness before the fight.
It's showing his growth towards the fighting isn't the important part. The preaching is what he really cares about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, obviously reading John Boy's Bible stories. Yeah, that does make sense actually.
Yeah. So here they're listening around the radio, and they go back and forth between the fight there, And pretty much, he's just pretty much. They brought in. That's not the guy that they promised to fight. They brought in a ringer.
Did that piss you guys off as much as it pissed me off?
Oh
That's
yeah.
That's normal in fights.
Yeah,
That's
but
the normal thing.
still, like, yeah, man, that just seemed dirty to me. I don't know.
It's normal.
But he's like a heavier weight class too, is he not?
No, he's just the state champion.
Well, yeah, he was the champion too. But wasn't he
They
like
brought
20
down
or 30 pounds heavier?
It looks like that, but they never specified.
Hmm.
They're both heavyweights, but what they did was they brought down the Pennsylvania state champion to beat his brains out.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just play the scene because this is a good scene.
Yeah, keep going.
I'm not gonna play too much of it.
And now the highly regarded Pennsylvania state champion from Pittsburgh, Iron Mike McCoy.
Oh, Iron Mike. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the next scene here is what I really want to play because he wants to go by his full name. But
His opponent this evening, weighing in at 161 pounds, a crowd pleaser. He's electrified the circuit from Baltimore to Washington, D.C. The ever-dangerous James Travis Clark, the Ebony Flash.
and notice that he just got pissed with that, which that's the one thing you can appreciate by the '70s shows is because back then there was racism there, you can't get around that, but yet that they do this in a tasteful way where it's not like they're showing how things were without being disrespectful, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I wonder
He
if
had
it
to
was,
come up with the nickname. That's his own fault for not having a nickname.
I wonder if it was that he was pissed off about the Ebony Flash stuff, or maybe he was a little annoyed at the crowd, everybody booing him. Like, I don't know. It's hard to pin it down, really.
Yeah. Well. He wanted to go by his name. That's what he wants. He didn't want no damn nickname.
Do you think, though, girl, possibly it was like he's a little bit pissed that they brought a ringer in? Because I'm sure when they announced the guy's weight, he was like 180 something. So he was like 20 pounds heavier, right? So
Yeah,
maybe he was a bit pissed about that, is what I'm guessing, when he gives this look over his shoulder, right?
Well, he gave the shoulder right after they gave him the nickname.
Yeah,
The guys,
both that he's upset about.
I'm wondering if it's just all the accumulation of all of what happened in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyhow,
but he knew what was going on. He should have picked his own nickname.
Mm.
If he doesn't give one, the announcer's going to make one up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, I thought Ebony Flash wasn't that bad a name. I was like, for the 30s, it's like, what the hell,
yeah, but it's just like looking through the eyes of who you might have thought he's trying to overcome stuff like that.
No, but I mean, I was thinking if you were going to be a superhero, Ebony Flash wouldn't be the worst name they could give you. Just saying. I don't find it like totally racist or anything.
Yeah. So is this like the next generation? The three boys they're listening to it on the radio.
Yeah. Well, then even the girls are coming down, and so he's getting the shit beaten out of him. They're cheering it on, blah blah blah. If you want to see the fight, yeah, we could play it there. And then even Olivia comes down to listen.
That's the part I love, was when Olivia even gives in, and she's getting into it, right? Because she likes our guy too. We're all rooting for him to win, right? I was rooting for him. I want him to win at this point. And even Olivia, look at Grandma. Grandma says, "Oh, it's warm in here." Whatever. She opens the door, and then Grandma's listening too. Like, come on, they all want our guy to win.
Oh, Grandma's giving in.
She's giving in. Yeah, she's come to her senses finally.
Come on, listen, Grandma.
To a prize fighter? A dance with the devil first.
But notice, now she goes back in there.
And then she comes back in the doorway. It's beautiful.
She hides out in the doorway.
It's so good, isn't it? I love this scene. This scene's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So so the whole family's listening.
Yeah.
We're all rooting for him. I was just rooting for him so much at this point because he was such a good guy. He was just a likable, honest, decent guy that had a dream, and I was just saying I want him to win. I just want him to win.
Yeah, so they're just dancing around. He gets that.
No, you got your darn video spinning there, girl.
Yeah, it's trying. Yeah, so now they're playing doctors. So taking them to a hospital, which you got a good hospital right there in Richmond. They decided to bring him all the way back from Richmond to here, which is how far would you say that is, Germ? Well, did they say it's at least a couple hours drive? Is that what we gathered on this?
I see Resolute is muted
About
for a minute.
26 miles. So,
Oh,
2 hours, 3 hours.
100. Oh, it's 126 miles.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
something like that.
So you weren't the only guys. Like, didn't they say he was slipping out of a coma or something?
Yes.
So wouldn't you want to take him to the best hospital in the area?
He's gonna get better treatment at Walton's Mountain than he is in Richmond.
Okay, well, I'll go with
At
that.
the time, the hospitals were segregated.
Oh,
Yes, they were.
good point. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, racism still was prevalent in the South even after the Reconstruction and the Civil War and everything else happened. So,
Well, Walton's Mountain's what, Virginia? Well, I guess
yes,
they're technically south, are they?
yes, they
Well,
are.
considering they're the capital, they were in the capital of the South
Yeah, that's
of the
right. They were in the
Confederacy.
capital of the Confederacy for much
Okay.
of the war.
Well,
So, yeah.
Well,
they're in that one generation where it was really prevalent. 20 years later or 20 years before, he would have been okay.
I don't know about that,
But
but okay.
Woodrow Wilson era pretty much hammered that in solid.
Oh, well.
Oh well, I'm not an expert on all of that geography, but yeah.
Well, history mostly.
I kind of thought Richmond was a southern city during the war, though. That's what I kind of thought it was. So
It was. It was the capital
I guess
of the South.
I got confused because the Walton
Yeah,
seemed like
it was the capital, but stuff like the separations of that stuff didn't become overly popular until about the First World War.
Right
Okay.
around the 1920s, right, Sherm? Right about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the thing I forgot is since we've been watching all these Waltons and they're so sweet and nice in Virginia and they're just like such kind, welcoming hearted people, and I keep forgetting it's like, well, Richmond's not that far away, and that had a history back in the 1860s, so I forget my history at times.
Yeah.
Anyway, please continue because I want
Hey,
to put my tree up sometime this weekend, Gorilla.
Hey, we're almost done. The verdict comes, and she had to listen to the fight because Jody was kicking and screaming, and you calling her a bitch until they got to listen to it. No, I might be paraphrasing here, but
Okay.
so he comes to see how she's doing. He's coming in coma. So she's got to take care of him. Oh no, I'm not gonna say it.
So you're telling me the guy that was serving Satan in her mind, now she's going to be her a nurse and bring him back to health. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of kicks Olivia and John-Boy out. So, now let's see. Here's what I wanted to put.
We got to start, Bertie. We want that church for him and for us.
Mr. Walton, whatever lumber this will buy, it will be the foundation for our church.
Well, now, it's buy a lot of lumber. Some labor, too.
You got all the help you need.
Let's go to work.
Now, do you think John actually kept the money, or do you think he just kept that and donated everything that's going to be absolutely needed, even if
He
it
I
would
have,
wasn't enough?
I,
kept.
I have, I have no idea.
He would have covered his
Yeah.
costs and made some donations when the church was finished.
Okay. Because I was thinking maybe he would have kept the money, because if they would have just said they wanted to build a church there, I guarantee you, John would have donated a crap ton of lumber there. I got he would have sold like the nails and everything else at cost. That they could have gotten that church built real cheaply if they would have said something up front. Instead of the price fight.
It will be done cheaply, but cost will be covered.
Right. But what I liked about what I mostly liked about I'll mention later when I give my review. But there's some great social statement here, which I wish was prevalent today, but it isn't, and it really disappointed me. So
Are you telling me 70 shows were more advanced and socially minded than the woke agenda of today, Mikey?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So they're dragging logs along. They get this building here. They put the sign up. Then we get.
Oh, I love this scene. This is good. I love
Yeah,
this.
so-
The interaction between him and John by here is priceless.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I didn't lose. Maybe
Nope.
not.
Now, do you think you can actually see how the guy that got the shit beaten out of it?
Well, it's good. I gotta say, it's great makeup because I'm sure they didn't actually punch the actor out, but you know, what are you gonna
Hey, hey,
do?
hey, hey! That save up on the makeup cost right there. Just knocking the actor out. That
Yeah, I
save
mean,
up on your makeup department.
obviously, I'm not gonna beat the hell out of him. You have to get some extra money to do the performance if you're going to beat the hell out of your face. But
No, you just don't tell them that. Go here. We're gonna make the makeup look more realistic. Then you punch him right in the face.
oh, jeez.
Well,
Lot,
one thing's
lot
for
cheaper.
sure. One thing's for sure is that it bolstered the opponent by using him as a punching bag, but then he gets compensated for that. So I don't know if that's you know against the law or if it's something you want.
I
It's hard
just
to tell back then.
I just like the line where he's like, maybe I didn't lose after all, and John Boy's like, yeah, maybe you didn't.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was a great scene. I mean, it's short and sweet, but
Yeah.
you know, I was so happy because I was really pissed off when he lost the fight. I gotta say.
I was too.
I cheer for the underdog. That's just. I mean, I was bullied as a kid, and I watched other kids get bullied, and I'm not a fan of bullies. So I cheer for the underdog that wants to fight even when they don't have, much of a chance of winning. And so
Yeah.
I'd rather fight for the underdog than cheer on the bully with all the fucking people backing them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, he sees a sign here. He goes up and preaches.
Well presided.
Yeah, this is a great scene.
So here we have this here.
Hope the ceiling doesn't fall.
Wait, I'll play the whole thing.
Oh crap! I knew I did something wrong building this damn church.
Yeah.
So good to have you in church.
That's sweet though.
The ceiling doesn't fall in.
Did you notice that with John-Boy there? No.
But there's no ceiling on the church.
There's
Like there's no walls
open
either.
air. Jesus.
No, but I like that little snort that John-Boy gave.
Oh, right.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Anyhow.
this is so
I've
good.
long
This
been
ending.
torn as to
Yeah.
the subject of my first sermon.
Yeah, he just closes it.
This is so good.
This is good.
Right from memory. Right
Somewhere
from memory.
Yeah.
I read a story about Christ and the children. Picture Jesus Christ surrounded by children, one on his knee and a little girl with a baby brother in her arms. Christ is talking to them. Whoever receives one little child in my name.
He's telling one.
I like how they're repeating the story from earlier. But I think that would be cool if they all came up with a different story that John Boy wrote for Elizabeth.
Right.
Instead of just repeating the exact same lines.
Yeah.
I actually think the point of the scene is that our prize fighting guy, even though he didn't win the boxing match, well, that's why he stayed up that entire night reading John Boy's simplified Bible verses for children. He was so impressed at the quality of John Boy's interpretations and work, translating complicated scripture into something that a young mind could understand. And that stuck in his head. That's why he could repeat it word for word from memory, right? And I just thought it was a really great scene, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
really had to be the same one that he goes over to make the connection.
Yeah, that's what I saw, right? Exactly, Jim.
All right.
One of your
Receives
Bible
me.
stories.
But whoever offends one of these little ones who believes in me, it were far better that a millstone be hanged around his neck and he be drowned in the depth of the sea. Who knows what a millstone is?
Yeah, they never did answer that. Whatever the hell a millstone
Oh,
is.
they kind of did. Just play it for another minute.
No, because it cuts it off.
I don't.
What does it cut off?
It's okay. Everyone knows what a millstone is.
Elizabeth, you want to
Yeah,
tell
we
us
know what
a
it is.
millstone
Elizabeth tries to guess and then she shuts up.
Or you want to think about it? I'll tell you what a millstone is.
That Sunday and for several months to follow, this was the
See, they cut it off.
Yeah.
Do you not know what a millstone is, girl?
I never even heard of it before.
You know what a mill is?
Yeah.
A flour mill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how they mill the wheat?
I don't know. They just grind it up.
On a stone.
They grind it on a millstone. Yes.
Oh, okay.
What they do is the millstone goes through the chaff of the wheat.
Alrighty. But
It thins
anyhow,
it out so that it makes it later that it makes it edible enough to cut up, to make into the bread eventually. So that's what a millstone does.
alrighty. So with our epilogue, that Sunday and for several months to follow, this was the only church that James was to have. When a suitable replacement was found, James Travis Clark insisted on moving on. For as much as he longed to be in the country, he returned to the streets from which he had fled. Working with youngsters, he was to live his religion on the playgrounds he established. Hundreds of boys and girls, both black and white, would turn to Travis Clark for leadership.
Oh, that's a great epilogue. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't voted in the poll yet, make sure to vote.
Yeah.
So we'll have that there.
I voted. I was actually hoping Cleavon Little would have become a semi-regular because he was so excellent in this episode. Like, I really liked him. I thought he was such a likable guy, and I was really pulling for him to win his fight. And I wouldn't have minded to see him taking over some church duties because wasn't the other Reverend, John Ritter, wasn't he going to leave soon for Three's Company anyway?
I thought he was, yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
was in the same position as John Ritter. He had bigger stuff to do.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I just really thought he was great, and I wouldn't have minded him seeing him as a semi-regular popping up a couple times a season, but oh well.
Yeah. Oh, we got a lot of chats to catch up on, and then we'll go to grades here. Scurvy
right.
here from 23 minutes ago. I had in mind the tune "Where Have All the Cowboys Gone." Yeah, is that black actor in Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Cleavon Little. Yes.
Yeah. And there's one of the sci-fi, says Scurvy. Sci-fi Nation, I think so. That's sci-fi sit down. Hey, Gorilla, get Mikey out of the chat. He skips.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I was skipping. Was that something I was doing wrong?
Oh, what like when I'm reading them, you sometimes jump out of order.
Oops, I'm sorry. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, you're looking at the bottom of the chat, and I'm looking at where we left off. So all of a sudden you'll type it ends up to there where it's like I still got 5 chats in between. To
no,
let
I,
you
Oh
I
know.
yeah.
I was thinking of Mikey on skip rope, so I'm
Yeah.
totally out of it.
And and
Damn
sci-fi
I
skipper.
can't do that anymore.
and sci-fi sit down. You call him Jim. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Jim doesn't like the variations. Stick to Jim. Yeah, thank you, Scurvy.
Hmm.
Sure, thanks, Kirby.
Oh,
Yeah,
brother.
it's let's see. Yeah, well, sit there. They call it trolling, but it's not fun trolling if the person's not having fun with it. Like we troll PvP about his eggnog because he enjoys that, but Jim likes his name, so we respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also bought pizza for the live chat to power up the live stream, pizza power style.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, oh, I can finally eat solid foods again. And Scurvy here is being like Professor Dumbledore. Welcome, sit down. We've been expecting you. Well, actually, should have been. We've been expecting you. Sit down. Excuse me while I wipe this out right after wrong movie. In Sci-Fi Nation, not everyone gets the way you and I talk.
Yeah.
And that's Sci-Fi Sit Down Not Nation.
Yeah.
That's that I know you're just playing. I was just making a general observation. Yep. And H1 says, gives everyone a slice of pizza, power up live star pizza style, except for those who are in League of the Shredder. Oh, damn, I guess I'm out of, I don't get pizza.
Oh, man.
Man.
Susan Paz says, Kirby, I know, but Jay is watching. Yeah. And you greatly mistake you won't convert like you did my father. I have no idea what's going on with this. So
Why,
be it,
so-
Jedi.
So be it, Jedi.
Yeah. Anytime, Mikey. And whenever you're giving out pizza to the live chat, to power up the live stream pizza power style. But I hope you're not leaving with the shredder or the pizza. Well, ninja vanish the moment you touch it.
Man. There goes the
Oh,
pizza.
my. There goes that
Only
pizza.
one more leg to go for the 10 like hype, everyone. So you'll give Gorilla's thoughts of current life. I'm pretty sure I've already passed it.
No, we're at 9. I just checked. So we need one
Oh.
more.
So how far past the pizza delivery would you throw it in the trash? Because I think I got some last Sunday or Monday night, and it's still in the fridge. And I'm thinking it's probably fossilized by now, right?
Oh
Yeah.
no! Put it in the microwave with a little water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's not gonna help the green stuff growing on it.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna garbage
I don't know.
it.
I've eaten pizza that is a week old.
Yeah, so have I. You all know what my problem is now.
Yeah, I don't want to. Let's put it this way: I got to pull a 40-hour shift next week because I'm doing my regular 20 plus the extra 20 for Christmas week calls that I'm not going to make on Christmas week because I'm finishing my work on the 20th. So 40 hours, it's going to be such fun and joy and festivity, and I might even go jingle, jingle, jolly, jolly. No, I won't because I'm fucking pissed off. I want to do 40 fucking hour a week, but anyway.
Oh,
sorry.
I thought I do 40s every week. So
yeah, so I might order pizza, but I'm not gonna be happy
yeah.
about it.
and Scurvy says, "I don't quite HP. It's a Star Wars quote, okay." And I don't quote all Harry Potter. It was a Star Wars quote, okay. And
No.
thank you, Scurvy. There we got our 10 likes. I see 9, Sir Scurvy. And Mike, you are reading fresh. You want to read this one?
Refresh your ass.
Yeah, somebody read it. I'm too tired.
You tell
All right,
them. I stutter.
all right. So Jim, you start out. What did you think of this episode?
It was pretty good. I mean, I came in about middle or something like that. It wasn't too bad. I'll probably give it, probably a B or something like that.
Okay. Then PvP, how about you?
I really like this one because I thought Cleveland Little was fabulous. I was kind of pissed off that he didn't become a semi-regular setting up his own church because I wouldn't mind seeing him pop up 2 or 3 times in the season
Yeah.
because he was excellent. Like, talk about training his ass off. Like, skipping rope scene blew my mind. It's like, I'm thinking, wow, did he ever actually box in real life as a professional boxer? Because the way he could skip that rope and do all those fancy moves was very impressive, I thought. So I wish he had actually continued as a semi-regular doing the what do they call it? The those folks church. um, but I really liked him. I thought he was excellent in the episode. I thought the episode was great overall. Actually, I can't fault it. I'm giving this one another A plus for the season. I think season 4, in the first 3 episodes we have watched, is off to an extremely strong start because I think I have given the 3 of them either an A or A plus within that range. I haven't found a weak episode in the first 3, so I don't know what you guys think, but I thought this was another really, really solid episode.
Okay.
I just liked it. What can I
All
say?
right. All right. Thank you. Germ, how about you?
The acting was very good. The guest star did very well. He's a well-known actor. The story kind of lagged in some places. They didn't put the boxing part together very well, but that wasn't really the focus of it. As I said, they could have done a little bit better with it, but I understand why the focus wasn't on that. So I gave it a B minus.
Be nice. Okay. Mikey, how about you?
Well, I actually gave it a B plus, so I figured right around the B grades there. You know what I really liked about it was, like I was saying briefly before, the social issues at the time, and the events and things that were going on, uh, with African Americans. I mean, before they were called African Americans, but with what Joe Lewis does, against Max Baer, and then what Jesse Owens does against the Germans in the 1936 Olympics, made made an early statement that that they were as equal as any white person, and for John and the family to be so accepting, uh, spoke volumes to me. It really did, because back then, I didn't really start reading about the American Civil War, or the history behind it, or anything that was going on, till I actually reached middle school, and which wasn't for a few more years. So to me, I mean, I just thought this is great. This is you know, two raise the peoples that are getting along together, do it toward a common goal, and yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. I wish I could have given it a higher grade, but kind of like what Jerm was saying, as far as like it kind of lacked a few places, but overall, yeah, it was a great performance by Cleavon Little. Um, I wish he had been nominated for an Emmy award for it, because it was a good episode for him, and I think he did a really good job. So yeah. Plus, he already has a walk on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He got that back on February 1st, 1994. He's at 7080 Hollywood Boulevard. He also, before he passed away in 1992, he did win a Primetime Emmy in 1989 with Dear John, that series that Judd Hirsch was in, for playing Tony Larkin. He was in an episode called Stand By Your Man. So I knew Cleavon Little was one of the best African American actors in the early years. And like I said, I don't think you could succeed with Blazing Saddles if you didn't have him in there with Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder, to be honest.
Okay, thank you for that, Mikey. And I did end the poll there. We'll check it
Yeah.
out here. You know, it was a good episode. It kind of shows some of the some of the stereotypes there. You know, I learned a few new phrases today. You know, you had a good back and forth there. It shows the man with the goals there. You can make something yourself. You just put your mind to it. But like there's parts that are really really good, but then there's parts that kind of dragged a little bit. There,
Right.
so I'm gonna give it a B.
Yeah.
And with that, let's share screen. And for our poll, we had four choices. How would you rate this episode? And we
Yeah.
do have a tie.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta actually get on the screen because that's too damn small.
So what's the percentage on this? Am I the only asshole that voted an A rating for this one?
Okay, we had 11 votes. For B plus to B minus got 36%. Here to hear stupid shit from Gorilla Censored Thoughts also got 36%. We got an A plus to an A minus got 27%, and no C's.
Yeah.
I call foul. I don't think the Gorilla's stupid shit should count. It's like either vote a fucking A, a B, or a C, or go take a nap. That's my opinion.
Yeah, there you go.
All
Well,
right,
at least there were no D's or no FU out of 10.
I'm pissed off.
No,
I love
that's
this episode.
hey. I figure if people didn't like the episode, they're not gonna listen to a review for it. They're here to see hear what people say about from the person, so therefore they're just here to hear the stupid shit I say. Or
yeah,
what was on the panel say.
I understand why you put the stupid shit in the pool, but
And plus, I gotta make my poll distinct from others people's polls.
oh well, it doesn't actually matter anyways. Not like it's going to change my life if
Yes.
I disagree with people on the Waltons. It's like,
Yeah, see, Scurvy voted he was here for me. Thank you for that, Scurvy. And Suzanne has 10 likes.
Okay, so we reached 10 likes already. Okay.
Yeah, so thank you, Scurvy, for coming, and thank you, Suzanne XT, for coming. And thank you, Ancient One, for coming. And thank you, Sci-Fi Sit for coming. In about 6 minutes, he'll be starting his Transformers watch parties. So let's go raid him, or Troy Pacelli's streaming right now, and there's probably a few others there. And he also has, I don't know if he's doing his sci-fi discussions tomorrow or not, but make sure to check him out.
you're not doing nothing tomorrow, are you, Gorilla?
I might be, since I don't have my kids. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
We just got it. We're in the middle of an ice storm right now, so I got to play it by ear here.
Don't worry.
Careful with that ice storm, Gorilla.
Yeah, because they can't send the pulses through the electrical lines until after they're on the ground.
Yeah, well, don't sweat it. Take care of yourself and your family first. That's all.
Yeah, do that first for sure.
Yeah.
And
no,
I am so tired. I am so tired right now. I might just crash and sleep.
Well, here, do you want to promote yourself real quick so you can go crash?
Sure. Nothing much going on in my channel, actually. I put one album up last weekend, and that's probably the only thing I've added in like 2 months. So it's been pretty bad, I gotta say. I've been slacking off. Seriously. Still got. Well, thing is, Christmas is like what 9 days away or something now, right? I got so much stuff to do. I haven't put my tree up yet. It's like I really need to bear down and do some of that Christmassy stuff this weekend, and that doesn't to mean I can't do the other real life stuff as well, because that needs to be taken care of. And then I'm pulling a 40-hour week starting on Monday. So I haven't even figured out the hours yet, but I might not be too available next week at all. I will keep you guys posted, but I'm going to be pulling like 9-hour days or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, if we have to hold off on the Purge movies there, or hold off on the Waltons for a week, we can.
yeah. I mean, do the purge if you want. I mean, I'd like to watch the first one because I haven't seen it, but
Yeah.
I
So
don't want to mess around too much. Walton's next Friday. I'm going to see how I adjust my hours, girl, if I can
yeah,
work earlier, but I'm not making any promises on that
yeah.
for sure.
Well, if you can't make the Purge, we'll do a cigar lounge.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play, but I will keep you. I got your email. I'll let you know what's happening, over the next couple of days. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And we had a few chats here. I wanted to read them real quick. Down below here before we start. Yeah, Scurry says by his vote, and Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, to the production of Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. We're not making a movie anymore, folks. We're making a statement here and now. We're going to make nature's call. And good night, Suzanne.
good
She
night,
said good night.
Suzanne.
Good
Yeah,
night,
good
She said
night.
good
Suzanne.
Good night, dear. Good night. Have a good sleep there, Suzanne.
Yeah. Yep, Gorilla better get the raid gear going because Gorilla Sensor Thoughts will be rating soon. Here's the rating hashtags, everyone. Yeah, thank you. And let's see, Scurvy says, I'll see you somewhere soon. And Question Girl Sensor Thoughts. Who was the raid targeting you had in mind? A sci-fi sit-down. I'm going to Vash for a while, guys. Have a good night, Suzanne. And Scurvy's
Good night,
asking Suzanne
Suzanne.
how Tony is doing. Yeah, I was kind of wondering, how is Tony doing?
I haven't heard anything lately.
Yeah.
No, me either.
Yeah, here's the dance. I think he put the link on. Yeah, and if anybody has Tony's link, you go. Oh, I should have done that at the beginning. It's too late now. I gotta start remembering that stuff. Scurry's doing well, and that's good news. Yeah, well, at least he's doing well, a lot better there. So I got, yeah, at least he's doing well then. I know things were looking patchy there, and I haven't heard anything on Mr. Londell lately, except that he was in a motel for
Yeah.
a couple days.
Hmm.
But thank you, Nemesis Evita, for coming. Now, he has excellent gaming channel. He's excellent with the chat and all that there. Make sure to swing in and say hi to him there and give him a sub.
Hmm.
He's a really nice guy there. He deserves the support.
Hello.
And while I'm scrolling here, Jim, what do you got going on?
I just sold a big old, you know what? Damn, you talk about nature calling. Holy shit, that sucker was huge. At, all right, shut the alarm off first. And squeeze her chicken. At Commodore Productions, we are going to be launching a couple more videos here in a couple of days or so, so be able to watch out for that. Breach 5 will be released December 30th. And things with me and Mikey has been straightened out. So we're getting along pretty good so far.
Yeah, we're fun.
So we're good.
All righty, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sci-Fi Nation, for coming. I know he does occasional live streams and all that, so make sure to check him out. Jerry, what do you got going on?
Nothing until I get all my real life stuff figured out. So I'm guessing at least until after the new year.
Okay. Well, hopefully you get that all figured out. And you can always, if you ever need anything, you can always just message me. I can see what I can do.
I won't put you in the process of any girl.
And Mikey, what do you got going on?
Well, we got four. We got two webcams coming up on December 23rd and 24th. Suzanne and I came up with our top 5 Christmas songs of all time, updated in 2024, and the top 5 parody Christmas songs that came out over the years for 2024. That'll be on the 23rd, 24th December. The live stream we'll be doing on the 24th will run from 6 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. Then we're going to spend an hour doing a raid over at Moira and Raquel SSG's stream also. And then we'll do that as well for Christmas Day. And then I wanted to have PvP co-host with me, along with the rest of us guys, for the Canadian Boxing Day on the 26th of December. Now, I haven't come up with the time yet, but that's to be determined. So we'll figure out when that comes. And then New Year's Eve, I'm going to do a 6.5 hour stream. It's going to go from 8 p.m. Eastern Time till about 2:30 a.m. on January 1st. And I'd like to have everybody come to be a part of that. So, to bring in the new year. And then I just talked to Sashi, so he's going to help us there too, I hope. And then also we got the weekly webcam series that will restart on January 13th. And you guys know all the shows I do for now. So, yeah, there you go.
All right, well, thank you, Mikey. And if I saw Mommy blowing Santa Claus doesn't make it to the top of the list, I'm disowning you.
Oh my God. I was just
No,
thinking
believe
about.
me, Mommy kissing Santa Claus will be right up there, Gorilla.
No, no,
I
no,
was
no, no, not kissing. We're up to third base here.
Oh,
I
roasting
just
Santa Claus. Okay.
I, I have to say, at lunch today, my boss, generous, she bought me that beautiful steak and a couple of drinks,
good.
and I'm
Yeah,
thinking like
cool.
50, $60 on the tab because it was not a cheap restaurant. But
No.
that was great. But you know what was really great?
What?
There was this little waitress walking by
Here
three,
we
four, five times with a ponytail, with
Uh-huh.
the face of an angel, the body of a goddess, the cutest little ass I've ever seen on any women in my entire life. In 50 years of ogling and objectifying women as a toxic male that I am, I gotta say, this girl, this lady, this young thing, had the most beautiful demeanor and physical presence of any angel in my life I have ever viewed. And I was thinking, oh my God, I wish I was 40 years younger right now. She was gorgeous. I mean, she was gorgeous. I mean, I'm still thinking about how gorgeous she was.
All
Oh,
right,
you just 40.
and on that note, I might do something tomorrow since I don't have the kids here. Uh, Sunday, we're gonna be doing the Bad Santa movies. I might start that one a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Tuesday will be a cigar lounge. There next Thursday, if the schedule works out, be either cigar lounge or the purge. Then hopefully next Friday will be the Walton schedule. So, and let's see, let's read the rest of these chats. We'll go. Kurt Russell, as he dressed up like a steak Plissken, he's been sprinting hardcore before going feral. The countdown, the clock is ticking. It's the countdown, the clock's ticking. And here's the links. Bob for
Thank you.
station. I won't be there for the 26th. That's my boy's 16th birthday. Well,
Nice.
happy early birthday, because I'm gonna probably forget to do
Cool.
it on that day.
Oh.
And I hope you bought him a red cream mobile. Okay, here we go. PvP and his eggnog arses. LOL.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten him anything yet other than his first vehicle, Jay. Well, that's all he needs for his birthday. The vehicle's expensive enough. But all right. So with that, everyone remember to be a gorilla there. And oh god, what was I gonna sign off? Now I forgot what else I was gonna sign off with. So with that, y'all have a good night there.
Good night, girl. Good night.
Good night, Greg. Good night, Gorilla.
Night.